But guess what? Then I look at you. And the world is all right with me. Oh. I said, yeah, just one look at you. And I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. A lovely day, lovely day. How you guys doing out there? It's your boy Boogottinyc, and y'all could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me. I appreciate you. Let me know how we sounding. Thank you so much, Batty Lynn. I appreciate you. We ready to go. I'm ready to go. I know I got to get the camera straight a little bit more. Got some craziness going on over there. I see it. But now we're good. I hope everybody's good this morning. Come on in. They only give you a couple of seconds to get things started. So yeah, I'm hoping everybody's having a fantastic morning, because guess what? I am, and we got a good show lined up for you guys today. We got trending topics. Yeah, you already know. We got current events and the health and wellness section. So we're going to get it in today. Good morning, Audrey, Rebecca Lonyan, Bueno, Liberty. I see Batty in the building. Let's let everybody else get some time to come on in here. Let me get my other monitor straight so I can see myself, to make sure that we actually looking right up in the building. And guess what, you guys? Yes, it's Wednesday, hump day, the 19th, y'all. The month is moving by pretty quick, if I must say so myself, right? Yeah, we looking good. It's time to do what we got to do, and that's right. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Come on in. We're going to cover everything on the smorgasbord today, but I want to make sure that we in early so we can get everybody in these prayers this morning. So let's make sure we do that. Let's get everybody in the prayers to make sure that we're all covered, because you know how we do it. We don't start it off without making sure we got those prayers going. So let's do what we got to do, you guys. Okay, we got a nice amount of people in the building. I think it's safe that we can start now. Come on, you guys. Let's do what we got to do. Okay, what do you want to pray for? Like I always tell you, add your prayers and everything that you want to add as well. It's not just about me. It's about you too. Family, friends, co-workers, whoever you want to pray for, animals. That's right, you guys. Why? Because there's power in prayer. I want to pray for respect. I want to pray for honor. I want to pray for independence. I want to pray for community. Let's pray for love. And you know we can't forget about our family as well as our animals, and great health as well. We want to pray for liberty and justice. Can't forget about Tony, winter rising. We got to pray for Miss Keisha as well as Batty Lamb. Can't forget about Jeffrey Spilker, my brother. Always got to get you in there, and I'm hoping that you feel much better, bro. I read the comments. Deborah, also you too, Miss Jarvis. Audrey, can't forget about Audrey Dorn, man. Ain't see you in a while. And Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Can't forget about Benjamin Money, Miss Keisha, Rebecca. I see you in there, Jack Walshins. I see you in there. I see you, Jack. Also got to pray for you too. Deborah Jarvis, okay. David Brown with the glove. There you go. Allison Phillips, Audrey. Can't forget about Batty Lynn, 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy, Miss Keisha. And you know we can't forget about Casey Ramos, Sam Champion. Can't forget about Winter Rising, Colessive, Luigi. That's right, you guys. Teddy, Terry, Miss Swanza. Stop playing. You know we ain't gonna forget about you, Miss Jackson, as well. And where's Terry at? Hey, Teddy, check in with us. Hope you're doing good. Can't forget about all of our family out there. You know how we like to do it. We got to make sure that everybody's covered in our prayers. Anybody else coming in real quick? We got Tony in here. Can't forget about Tony, right? Audrey, we made sure that we got you. Who else we got? Okay, looking good over there. You know we can't forget about all of our family, all of our animals, and myself, Boogottinyc. Batty Lynn, you know I can't forget about you. Already got you in there too, Winter Rising. Amen. That's right, you guys. It's time to start the show. You know how we do it around here. We like to get a little sip of this holy water before we put it in the air. By the way, shout out to Littlefoots for the thumbnail. As you see, put the signature on there for you. So Littlefoots, thank you, and shout out to you. Did the thumbnail today. You guys got thumbnail ideas and good stuff like that? I'll check it out and we can work together. I keep on telling y'all this is our bottom line. So yes, give Littlefoots the love, because that's Littlefoot's thumbnail right there. We're able to work with each other. That's right. That's how we do it around here. And if you guys are ready, I'm ready to go too. Yeah, ideas, anything like that, bridgethisllc@gmail.com, and I'll make sure we look at it and we're going to respect it. And I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Whoa. As we wind it up, boop, 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 boop. Wind it up, boop, boop, boop. I said we wind it up because it's 6 o'clock somewhere. Should be 6 o'clock here. Let's do it. Boo, 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 boo. Come on, let's start the show. They're ready to go. Come on. It's time to start the show. That would have been a good drop right there, by the way. Come on. Come on. Okay. Ole. That's right, you guys. You know what we got to do around here? We got to open up those pores. We got to open up those pores. We got to open up those. It's Wednesday the 19th. That's right, y'all. 2026. Said I'm your host, Boogottinyc, and this here's our bottom line. Will we be talking about this and that and chat and this and chat? Will we be talking about this and that and chat and this and that? Just got me lit. That's right, you guys. It's Wednesday, 19th of August. We only got a couple of more days until the first of the month. That's right, you guys. And then September. Around these parts, that means back to school. Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning. And yes, I want to give a special thank you and a big lookout to Littlefoots for making sure you gave us this thumbnail right here. I didn't have to do that much work, but guess what? Any workload that come off of me and bringing you guys a part of the show closer, I welcome it. Especially if it's well thought out. Exactly. How you guys doing this morning? I see 55 Coffee House in here. Floyd's up in the building that's just tapped in. We got Just Joy, 7 Humble 7. I see you right there. Phil Goodyear. Okay, Bill Andy. Are you guys ready to go? Because you know what time it is, right? You know what time it is? I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I need you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point, and let me know where you're chiming in from. Also like to see those flags waving in the air. Do us a favor as well. We also want to know what your gas prices are in the city or state. That's the way we get an idea of what our common numbers are, especially in Los Angeles where it's always inflated due to the taxes. I ain't going to keep on saying everything every day because you guys that been here, you know the spiel. But also the new people, we also love to see those flags as well. Gives me a mental staple of where to go back and find content from. All I'm going to also ask you guys to do is don't worry about the trolls. Let's stay on topic, stay on point. It just makes so much better for the dialogue. I promise you that. Pay attention to what's going on up here and comment on that. I'm telling you, that's what the community is about. Again, not a Democrat, not an independent, I'm not a conservative, and no, not a Republican. I am a human being who made a platform for everybody who can come together and basically say what they have to say and have a good place to do it. That's what we're about. Shout out to Liberty and Justice, who's at my side. That's right, you all already know. Shout out to everybody else who always holds it down. All of our family members, our co-hosts. We don't call them mods over here. You guys know how we do around here. Winter Rising, Colessive, Kendra Walker, people like that. Batty Lynn, all of you guys can't do it without you, just to let you know. And guess what? It's time to start the show. And without any further ado, let's get into these titles. Let's go. Let's see what we got going on over here as Trump is holding his head. And do you guys agree or do you disagree? I saw in the comments before we even started the show, someone says, where are they getting these numbers from? I haven't seen any polls done. But yes, let's get into the topic. Inside Trump's declining approval rating, where they're saying his approval rating now is at 33. Came in at 44, 10 points down now 33 is what they're saying. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because also we got the former bunnies, that's right, from the Playboy Ranch, that are saying that the alphabet boys, the BIs, basically ignored Hugh Hefner's calls about Jeffrey Epstein. Showed a little bit about that yesterday. Now we've actually got the content from the bunny saying it herself. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because last but not least, what do we have here? You already know it because we're feeling it. We're feeling it in our pockets and it's real. That's right, you guys. They're talking about retail sales plummet to the lowest that they've been in a year due to record inflation. You already answered the question. Yes, that's right. Retail is down due to record inflation. Don't even have to really go into that too heavy, right? Because we're actually out here feeling it. So guess what, you guys? It's time to do it. Grab your water, good water though, your tea, and your 55 coffee, because it's time to get into it and break down this new topics, new news, and as well as the health and wellness section. But we got some breaking news coming in from Spain that we must bring you guys. Also Grenada, yeah, Grenada, that's what they call it, right? 3 M4 earthquakes, 4.5 rattled Grenada, and yeah, you're gonna see buildings collapse, all sorts of breakage and stuff like that, people in the middle of the streets. You guys, we've been seeing it all over this summer, right? Earthquakes, tornadoes, Grenada / Spain as well. Feeling these two. These are earthquakes right now.
Ay, Dios mío, de mi vida.
Southern Spain has been rattled by another powerful earthquake, with a magnitude 4.8 tremor striking the province of Granada
Good morning.
on Tuesday morning, August 18th.
Good morning.
The quake hit at around 10:37 local time, with its epicenter near the municipality of Gojar, just south of Granada's city center. Spain's National Geographic Institute initially measured the event at 4.6, before revising it upward to 4.8, making it one of the strongest tremors recorded since the current seismic sequence began. This latest shock follows a similarly powerful earthquake that struck the same region just 3 days earlier. In the early hours of Saturday, August 15th, a magnitude 4.8 quake jolted thousands of residents awake at around 1:04 in the morning. Its epicenter was in the town of Alhendon, southwest of Granada, at a shallow depth of roughly 10 kilometers. That quake was itself preceded by a smaller tremor hours before, when a magnitude 3.7 earthquake struck near La Zubia at around 6:43 in the evening on Friday, August 14th, and was widely felt across Granada and its surrounding communities.
Yeah, you guys, we report big stuff like that first before we get into like world news and things like that, because honestly, feel like that's basically more important than anything else that's going on. Why? Because it's affecting people's lives. See what the president has to basically say when it comes down to his, not even him saying it, but let's see what's going on with the title. Not even going to play around because we got a lot of exclusives and breaking news coming in anyway. So let's get right there and talk about it. What's the approval rating? Do you guys believe the approval rating? I don't know. Are these numbers fixed? Yeah, let's talk about it in the comments. Let's keep on going. Let's go.
Approval of President Donald Trump's performance in office has fallen to the lowest of his current term in office. There's a number of factors that weigh on this. The new Reuters Ipsos poll shows that 33% of American adults, basically 1 in 3, think that Trump is doing a good job in office, 64%, a little under 2 and 3, don't think he's doing a good job.
Okay, you guys, and since we're here, we might as well do it. Why don't we take our own poll to get an idea? And I know a lot of guys have a lot of people, guys and gals, have your own opinions. So I'm going to ask you, Donald Trump, President Trump, do you approve with the administration thus far as they've been moving forward? If you do approve, let's go ahead and do it the simple way and give us a thumbs up. If you do not approve with the administration currently and the tactics as far as the way that they're running the government, we can go thumbs down. And of course, anything that you add to that, we're going to go ahead and read that as well. So if you agree with it, go thumbs up. If not, we're going thumbs down. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys.
Came in with 47% public approval, so on a fairly low base, but we've seen a fairly steady decline over the past couple of months, with in particular rising gasoline prices coming up as a topic of concern, and voters saying that they're starting to view Democrats as perhaps better stewards of the economy. That's particularly unusual. Historically, Republicans have had the advantage with voters on the economy, and is a warning sign for Trump's party heading into the November midterm elections. The term of control of Congress. Right now, when you look at the generic ballot, which is kind of a national read of what party Americans want to have the control of Congress, Democrats have about a 5 percentage point edge. It's important not to oversell that number. Some of the concerns about Trump's stewardship seem to be taking a toll on his party, notably with Americans kind of having a less warm view of Republicans' handling of the economy and of national security and war and foreign policy. So 4 out of 5 respondents believe that the war with Iran is going to go on for an extended period of time. If you look at it, that includes 71% of Republicans, and it stands in
right now,
to the early days of the campaign.
Well, what you guys are doing right now with what I see, it looks 50-50 to me.
When Trump was asserting that victory would be very swift. Obviously, what we've seen is a war that's lingered on for quite some time, and given Iran the opportunity to really flex its power.
Okay. Hey, Aaron, why don't you put that in words? What does that mean? What does that mean, Aaron? Let's put that in words. What that hat mean right there? Because it looked like to me you're trying to say cap. When I'm over here, I'm basically over here doing the show. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got a ship in Iran that was targeted on the Strait of Hormuz as Trump puts a Gulf ally on notice. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Oman. They're basically saying, don't get involved, Oman. That's what Trump's saying. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's do what we do over here at our bottom line. Let's go.
President Trump issuing a warning to Oman, threatening to bomb the U.S. ally if it gets in the way in its efforts to reach a deal with Iran on reopening the Strait of Hormuz without tolls. Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Ying's joined us live from Tel Aviv with the latest. Hey, Trey.
Yeah, hey, Brian, good morning. With the memorandum of understanding expired, both the United States and Iran have indicated the status quo will continue with no diplomatic solution in sight.
Respect, Aaron. Thank you, sir.
Early this morning, another vessel was targeted in the Strait of Hormuz with an unknown projectile. Meanwhile, Iran and Oman continue talks about the strait. The U.S. naval blockade.
What I really don't like about this is the oil spills and getting into the water and trying to get all of that out and dealing with the wildlife. Got whales and seals and stuff like that. They playing around like it's not oil in there. Not even to mention the fires and things that it can cause. It's not cool.
Remains in place and questions remain.
And Grace, I'm starting to feel that way too. Yeah, I'm starting to feel that way too. Don't try to go past her. I know they got us in slow mode, but we got a lot of people with gloves that got comments right now. But Grace, I feel that same way. Yeah, see, Winter, you think the same thing too.
About what comes next.
What happens now? The MOU has expired. The Iranians are still targeting vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. They're still threatening the life of President Trump. Do talks continue?
I think, as we said, we continue to have communications, and when the deal is ready, the deal will be ready. Deals are hard. It's funny. President Trump is always aiming for the impossible deals. A lot of politicians say, well, this is too controversial, this is too hard. He thinks more like an owner than a renter, and if something's virtuous, he's in his second term now, he's got a lot of experience, and his goal is to really focus on the big things that will change the world long after he's no longer president and no longer.
Yeah, but you also got to think about that too. Time is running out because not only is his term coming to an end, We're getting close to midterms, and they got to do a lot of different stuff. And you know, you don't want to be doing stuff like this during the midterms because it's going to hurt the overall everybody that's campaigning out there. So he's got to figure something out. Not only that, he got another situation where he threatens to boom, boom, boom on Oman over Iran's interference, and now they're getting help from a senator who's putting in place preventative measures where Trump can't fire on Oman. Check this out. I don't know if I care. I don't know if I really appreciate people who are not in like positions to try to deter certain things, because that weakens you when you're out in the field. You know, it kind of hurts what the actual agenda is. If it's like that in that case, they may as well be a part of the entire agenda if they're just trying to stop certain parts of it, because that could hurt conflict and let the enemy understand what's going on. You can't have more than one general is what I'm trying to say. And especially when the enemy knows that there's more than one general. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's keep on moving. Double tap that screen and go, go, go.
Right now, I do want to head to the latest coming in out of the Middle East, because right there on the right-hand side of your screen, a live look over the Strait of Hormuz as we continue to follow those developments here. Now, a Democrat senator says that he's going to file legislation.
That's a good one, Grace. You got a good one there. Let's get that out there. That's American law. Congress has to approve funds for war. Gotcha. And why are we going? That means explaining why. That means, why are we doing this? Because you have to explain why they need the good one. Thank you.
To prevent U.S. military action against Oman. Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia, posting on social media, and we do have this post for you right here on your screen. After President Trump told Fox.
When you're in the mix, it's kind of crazy though. And if you're gonna do something like that though, Grace, I would appreciate for it not to be able to go public, where they may have to go behind closed doors and talk about these conflicts, so that the ENEMY doesn't know about that weak point that they can use as strategy. Can we think about that at least? That's what I'm talking about.
News on Monday that if Oman gets in the way of the U.S. conflict with Iran and the Strait of Hormuz, the U.S. will bomb the expletive out of them. Kaine wrote on
every single one of those colors on those maps are ships, and some of them are moving and some of them are not. Yeah, Grace be doing her thing. Grace dropping bombs.
On his X page there, I will challenge Trump's deranged threat to bomb the blank out of Oman. Now, the senator says he will introduce a war powers resolution as soon as lawmakers return to Washington. If you're not too familiar with those comments here, we actually have this post coming in from Fox News where it says, President Trump tells Trey Yingst he's in, quote, no hurry as a back channel with Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps officials remains open despite Tehran's public defiance. Trump says Iran is dying and playing its hand like a good poker player, projecting strength publicly while facing mounting pressure behind the scenes.
But not understanding something. You got to be really careful with that. If you read the 48, you're supposed to get rid of them all the way. Russia thought the same thing about Ukraine. Remember? And next thing you know, Ukraine, boom, 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 started setting it off on the left. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, got to be careful out there, you guys. Let's get on over to see what's going on, because we're getting out of here right now. Speaking of Ukraine, they launched over 600 at Moscow, and a bunch of them got through, you guys. So that's what I'm trying to say. You're not really supposed to let your enemy be able to come back. You see what Sylvester Stallone did. Made it possible to beat Apollo with a second rematch. Come on, you guys. Come on, let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys. We can still do that, right?
Ukrainian forces are carrying out one of their biggest drone attacks on Russia since the war started. Over the past year, Ukraine has devised and deployed long-range drones for strikes deep inside Russia. Now, Moscow's mayor says Ukraine launched more than...
We've got about 3 more days of the like button being available for stuff like that, by the way, because a lot of changes are coming around here on August the 24th. Just to let you guys know, of course, I have nothing to do with it. I just work here, you feel me? But on August the 24th, a lot of things are changing. Numbers are gonna start going crazy again. I guess they got the hint and was like, yo, people started complaining too much. Let's not even go into that. And then we got another situation where that like button just doesn't mean anything anymore, you guys. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. They let us know that. Let's keep on going. Let's keep going.
And 600 drones at the Russian capital overnight. ABC's Lama Hassan has the latest on that. Hi, Lama. What do we know so far about this attack?
Yeah, hey, Diane. So, look, this was another massive aerial attack on the Moscow region. The mayor saying that Ukraine launched 620 drones overnight. They managed to shoot down 180 of them, hitting one of them hitting a high-rise building. And once again, we're also seeing a Wildberries warehouse targeted. That is Russia's equivalent of Amazon. We saw.
And they keep doing this. They keep hitting this Wildberries. You guys remember last month they hit it twice. Now they're hitting it again. Like, they really going after this Wildberries over here because it's the equivalent of Amazon to Russia, but they actually do supply military stuff as well, aid, weapons, and stuff like that. It's a different kind of Amazon over there.
Ukraine doing this over the weekend as well.
And Ukraine is looking at it, as long as you guys are supplying them and helping them do stuff, you're part of our enemy list as well.
And one of the main goals here for Ukraine is to bring the war, or try to bring the war, to the ordinary Russian citizen. And the other reason is because Ukraine has accused Wildberries of handling military goods. We also understand that more than 5,000 residents are now without electricity in the Moscow region, and at least 200 flights were either delayed or cancelled because of this latest Ukrainian assault.
Now, a lot of times we don't like talking about this because we're tired of talking about WAR, but I also like to talk about the casualties and let people know about the people that are lost and what areas have been hit, because we have Russians that watch our show as well, believe it or not, and we respect all people, and we want to make sure that everybody's getting their news and the information that they need. Let's pray for all the victims on all sides. We at our bottom line do not condone any WAR between anybody. We wish we all can just be, just being able to have a conversation the way that we do here. We may get tired, we may get angry, have to kick a couple of trolls out, but at least we live to do it another day, you feel me? That's why I like to have great debates, because if you think about it, we're able to have good solutions come out of that. And I just want to pray for more of that and people coming together as human beings in that race and also in that, let's say, party, in the human race party. Amen. I like stuff like that. Because when we're talking about kids or something going on crazy, all of y'all come together the same way. And I'm over here standing over here like, look at them. Don't even know they're all different parts of different parties, but they're all coming together about the same topics. And if we can do that about more things, we can come together with more solutions. There was somebody on here also that said that their family member was on the USS Lincoln, and she's saying that the information that was given by the news and the press was basically overrated or just like inflated. So let's get on over and see what's going on with the USS Lincoln. They're saying it wasn't resupplied because Hegseth, let me check this out real quick and see what's going on with this. If I got something on this USS Lincoln here.
There are a couple different ways you could look at the war right now. You could accept the White House's version. Donald Trump insists that Iran wants a deal and that the U.S. controls the Strait of Hormuz. His son-in-law, Jared Kushner, says that negotiations with Iran are robust, and Trump is outright dismissing concerns about conditions on the USS Lincoln as fake news. On the other hand, you could choose not to accept the White House's version, which they're offering no facts to back up their views. Reports overnight say a ship was hit on the Strait of Hormuz.
You notice that, Luigi, huh? It's going to be going. It's going to be a heart now. If you're looking for the like button, it's a heart somewhere on the right side, because somebody's trying to look like Instagram and their TikTok. You feel me? They're trying to blend in to get that fast thing going. It's a heart over there somewhere. Let me see. It should be up there somewhere, I think, right? I don't know if they moved it yet. I'm not sure. Let's keep on going.
Damaging the engine room and causing a crew casualty. The Wall Street Journal says American officials are worried Oman could help broker a nuclear deal that is more favorable to Tehran. That is on top of its reporting that Iran is looking to now expand the war, as Trump says Tehran should put up the white flag of surrender. And the Pentagon is now admitting that a Navy destroyer was without power for 4 days last month, leaving the crew without drinkable water, meals, running toilets, or air conditioning during that period of time. Joining me now to discuss Save the Road, MS Now senior national security reporter, and Peter Baker still here. Okay, Dave.
Yeah, you guys, so they did report on it. We do have reports coming out about it, but there's so many different conflicting stories. We don't know which one is the truth. And you know, the soldier's not going to step up and say nothing because they just don't do stuff like that. But maybe the family members will. Maybe we'll get some more information on this. I just want to be more fair about it and get more opinions before we just start pointing and passing blame. Because you know how we do over here. You make a wrong move, and the next thing you know, the next day we're on the news like, we apologize for what we don't like to do that. We want to make sure it's the truth before we report it. Let's keep on going over it because now we got some information with Mr. Scott Bessent. Yeah, don't think it's a game. Y'all don't remember that day when he cracked Elon Musk in the eyeball? Stay in your place. I don't know what was going on, but he had Elon out here looking like he had to put a stake on his face, like he was on one of the kids from the Brady Bunch. Remember when he had to put that stake on his face when Greg Brady had Elon out here with a shiner, and Trump came on the next day like, well, I asked him if he wanted to use some makeup. But let's keep on going. That's neither here or there. Because Mr. Scott Bessent was basically targeted by a suspect who's now facing locked up, some serious sentencing charge. Also threatened Trump and Secret Service caught him. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got some information on the day that Scott Bessent was basically sworn in. Somebody tried to, do some harm. Let's put it that way. Let's keep on going. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for?
A suspect accused of trying to assassinate Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is set to be sentenced today as security threats continue to surround the Trump administration. Lucas Tomlinson is reporting live from the White House on this. Good morning, Lucas.
Good morning, Dana. The Treasury Secretary never spoke about this attempted assassination until talking about it here in Washington just last month.
I was the subject of an assassination attempt February 2024 by an addled left-wing activist 2 hours after being sworn into my job.
Can you imagine that? 2 hours after you get the job, you'd be like, man, listen, I don't know if I want this job. Yeah, you go inside KFC or you go into McDonald's and all of a sudden be like, you know what, man, I'm good. I don't want this job. Thank you so much. So addicted, so addict, SOADDIC. Got 5 on it. Thank you so much. Thank you for the news. I appreciate you guys because, I appreciate that because you came out of your pocket and 5 on it. We appreciate it. There you go. Everybody show some love. Show some love.
So any of you who want to report that this is a fiction and does not exist, be there for the sentencing this August.
Here we are, Dana. Right now, that sentencing hearing is taking place here in the nation's capital. 24-year-old Ryan English of South Deerfield, Massachusetts, pled guilty for charges related to attempted assassination of then cabinet member nominee Scott Bessent for carrying a dangerous weapon on the grounds of the Capitol, according to U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro. According to court documents, about 3:12 p.m. on January 27, 2025, a week after the inauguration, English approached a U.S. Capitol police officer near the south door of the Capitol building and stated, "I'd like to turn myself in." English admitted to possessing a knife and 2 Molotov cocktails. Incidents like this and multiple assassination attempts on President Trump's life, which motivated the president to build the ballroom.
This is for future presidents. This isn't for me. This is for future presidents. And it's a gift. We're making a gift to our country, spending hundreds of millions of dollars to build a ballroom.
And there's been some pushback in the ballroom, as you know, Dan. The president recently posting there are these treasonists that brought the suit against the military complex. They revealed top military secrets. And the president said this ballroom and military complex will have drones on the roof for added protection. Dana?
No, drone protection, protection from drones on the roof. Not drones on the roof, but protection from drones on the roof. That's what he's basically going for, like making a little mini fortress. Nowadays, with what's going on out there, you guys, I don't know if I can actually blame them. He sounds like he's digging himself in for the long stay. Public servants don't need ballrooms. That's some entitlement royal behavior. No one wants ballrooms. We want healthcare, homes, and food. Yeah, yeah. Or you know what? I gotta rock with you guys too. A lot of the stuff that you guys saying, I'm tired of the BS too. I need some money to come this way. I need money to start coming this way. Straight up and down. I have no problem with the way he's doing stuff when it comes down to certain things, but we need some dough this way and that gas price to go down. So let's keep on rolling. And we got some fake news that's rolling in. Why do we know it's fake news? Because the people that made it and said that, and they made it on purpose to see what news channel was going to pick it up. They waited for it to blow up and they said, guess what? We made that up and it was fake. So that's why I don't like to just automatically jump on board of certain things until I really have my chance to really dig into it. You guys send me information for the health and wellness section. I got to go look at it before I show it to everybody. I don't want to be giving people the wrong information. Thank you for all the love over there in the corner like I don't see it. Let's get on over to Los Angeles to see what we're talking about when we get down to this fake news that ran with the report of Karen Bass winning the primaries. Now they've admitted to a claim that it was an experiment to see if the news would actually pick it up. So you know what I'm saying, you guys? And I tell people this all the time. I say, you know what you should do? Just make something up. I always say it, make something up and see how it comes back to you. And write it down somewhere and be like, day I made it up to see what people were gonna do. Yeah, sometimes you just wanna do stuff like that sometimes, just to see what people do with stuff that you make up. Let's go.
You've got Mac chops.
Oh, yeah.
Right, meanwhile, controversy brewing in California. Get this, a polling company now admitting that a poll it released on the LA mayor's race was fake. It claimed LA Mayor Karen Bass was leading Democrat socialist Nithya Raman by a wide margin earlier this month. But not so fast, sunshine. William Longinus has the details from LA. Hi.
Well, Dana, it's embarrassing. Now, we did not get sucked in, but other media did, treating this poll as gospel when in fact the results were completely false, untrue, and made up. So here's what happened. Right, a legitimate sounding company puts out a poll showing LA Mayor Karen Bass leads Councilwoman Raman by 12 points. Well, that's plausible. But it also showed 85% of Spencer Pratt voters breaking for Bass. Well, that's insane. Most Pratt voters would rather walk through fire than vote for Bass. But the media loves polls, TV stations, social media, a major newspaper reported it. Hook, line, and sinker. Millions of voters believed one thing that was entirely fabricated. And when the LA Times called the polling company, it admits the whole thing was a hoax, saying, quote, Median Strategies was created as a short-term social experiment to examine how purported polling information could enter and spread through the political information ecosystem without independent verification. We're not seeking publicity or attribution for the individuals involved in our declining interviews. So we did reach out to the company.
And certain other platforms that was doing stuff like this back in the time when it was Facebook, you know what I'm saying? Like, COVID. You know what I'm saying? But they had to get caught doing it, right? You guys, they didn't want to come out and tell that they did it. That's why I keep on telling you guys, I'm not going to put my seal of approval on none of these polls, none of this stuff until I can basically prove it. I'm just bringing the news right now, you guys. And if I told you I know something about it, I know something about it and I did the homework. But if I have not done the detailed research or whatever, I'm not getting behind that. I'm not. Yo, but that's crazy, right, Viewstar? I like to see stuff like that. You like to see it. You just want to do it just to see if it'll stick. And that's probably why they did it too. That's probably why they did it. And you know how much of our stuff is, yeah. That's why I keep on telling y'all, don't get caught up in the rabbit hole. Whatever I'm showing you too, whatever we showing you up here, we got to do a debate on everything. That's why I keep on telling you guys to come to the chat so we can talk about it. Because we don't know what they're telling us. We do stuff like this over here because we smart. We jump over the rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? We don't care about the network. We don't do this and get caught in there. Because that's what regular people do. Get caught up in there. Get up out of there. Jump up out of that. Nuh-uh, we don't do that over here. We're grown adults. That's how we got this far, right? Let's keep on going, you guys. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Because y'all going to get mad at me about this. I know you are. I know, but I'm just going to do it. And it has nothing to do with nobody particular. It's just a song. So orny. So orny. So orny. Love you long time. So orny. So orny. So orny. Love you long time. It's not funny though. I shouldn't. And I had to flip the words a little bit because, Eric Swalwell's stunning confession on an encounter with a spy, just happened to be Chinese. She was. He had multiple sex escapades, want to be, not escapades, the other kind of capades. And guess what? He said that she thinks that she really he just wanted to get physical, but she wanted to take it further. Now, if you're talking about somebody that's a spy and she's a Chinese spy, how about maybe she was doing that just to get some information from you, or kind of figured that you're a good person to sink her teeth into because you got a chance of climbing the ladder and her getting more information. But yeah, let's get into it, you guys. Let's go. Come on, y'all. Let's do what we got to do over here. See what's going on with it. Mr. Swalwell's sex escapades.
Newly declassified FBI.
Oh, and he admitted it, by the way. So I'm not making this up. This is something that he admitted.
Newly declassified FBI documents revealing that disgraced former Democrat Congressman Eric Swalwell admitted to having sexual relations with the suspected Chinese spy who is known as Fang Fang.
Todd Pyro joins us now with the details. Todd.
Good morning to all three of you. Here is what we know. Swalwell admitted to FBI agents that he had, quote, physical relations with suspected Chinese intel operative Christine Fang on a, quote, handful of occasions.
Handful? That's a lot right there. A handful of occasions? I got some big hands over here. My pinky ring is size 13. Handful of occasions. That's all. You know, that's already more than 5 on it. Because now you got to hold the hand this way. You can't count no more. So that's more than a handful. Let's go ahead, y'all.
The FBI report saying, quote, Swalwell had a drink with Fang a couple of weeks after they first met in 2012.
You heard it correctly. Fang Fang. What's the problem? I already said, so on. Yeah, I said it right. I knew what I was doing.
He had physical relations with Fang on a handful of occasions, but never dated her or had a romantic relationship. Swalwell considered their physical relations to be casual, but believed that Fang was interested in a closer romantic relationship. The newly declassified records, which were released yesterday, detail 2 FBI interviews with Swalwell, which were conducted in 2015 and 2016.
Oh yeah, she really wanted to be with you. I can't deal with the fact that you don't want me around. I just want to be with you. She really wanted to be with him, right?
They were part of an investigation exam.
Fang Fang, we have job for you. We need you to go. United States, find this man, Eric Swalwell. Sink your teeth into him and do what we need you to do. Let's go, y'all. Let's keep it going.
Examining Fang's alleged involvement with illicit campaign contributions and funneling interns to Swalwell's office. He told investigators that their last encounter was in 2015, which is 2 years after the former lawmaker joined Congress. Fang is believed to be an operative for the Chinese Communist Party's Ministry of State Security and reportedly helped organize fundraisers for Swalwell in Las Vegas and in California.
Balling out of control, getting dough from them, doing whatever she need to do from them over there, getting from him and getting dough and making money over here doing whatever she's doing. Balling out of control. See what I'm saying? Yeah.
The FBI claims she used conduits to conceal herself as a prohibited foreign national source and orchestrated contributions to Swalwell's campaigns. Swalwell was removed as a subject in the Bureau's investigation in 2017. Fox News Digital reached out to Swalwell and his attorneys for comment, but did not receive a response. All of this unfolding.
Really? They didn't get a response to this one here, right? But any other time they get a response, it wasn't me. Me didn't do it.
Months after Swalwell resigned from Congress and dropped his run for California governor after unrelated allegations of rape and sexual assault.
Okay, now you wildin'. She's about to get some paper. Whenever she go back over there, they're gonna be like, Fang Fang, you have done exceptional job. Good work. You may go back now. She's gonna go back and just do her thing, and next time they need her, they're gonna call her out of Cat's lair. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. We got so much more to get into. I promise. It's just so much to get into. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Yeah, they call it Cat's Lair over there too. Just like the Thundercats are on the loose. The Thundercats are loose. Had them thinking she had that good stuff, that sunshine. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a minute. I have Fang Fang. I can send her over there. Fang Fang is the equivalent to sunshine when it comes down to the Harlem Nights, you guys. She knew what she was doing. I have him. Look here, I'm never coming home. I mean, it's Richie. Yeah, it's Richie. I'm never coming home. Keep the kids. Yeah, put your mother on. Yeah, that's what Fang Fang had Eric doing, you guys, if you ever see Harlem Nights. Let's keep on moving forward. We got some information coming up. I can't make stop. Don't laugh, because you gotta keep going. I know you're dying to, but just keep on going, brother. Go, you can do it. Epstein is real serious. Let's go. Former Playboy bunny Audra Christensen says that the Alphabet Boys ignored allegations against Epstein. Whew, that was hard to fight back. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got a lot to go. I'm telling you, we got a lot, and a lot of good information too.
Former Playboy playmate Audra Christensen told Hugh Hefner she was sexually abused and trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein and others in his orbit. According to Christensen, Hefner called the FBI on her behalf in 2005 to inform them of her claims. However, the model tells News Nation that the FBI never followed up, and she still has not spoken to the FBI or the DOJ. Audra Christensen joins us now. Thank you so much for being here. I know telling your story is not easy.
And real quick to everybody in the comments that always like saying stuff about they got paid, they're still getting paid, they're lying, blah. We already know that. But let's get to the other people that have some meat on the bone to talk about something. Let's get those people.
At all, and I really appreciate you talking with us. You were a Playboy playmate. You knew Hugh Hefner very well, very intimately. How did the conversation come up that you shared with Hugh Hefner that you were a victim of Jeffrey's sexual abuse and sex trafficking?
It ended up happening during a Christmas celebration that Hef would have up at the mansion. I was too scared to go home to my family because my family had been threatened, and it was the first Christmas that I had spent away from my family. And I pulled Holly Madison, his girlfriend, aside at the time and said, "Hey, I've got this really bad situation. I'm fearful for my life. Can you talk to Hef?" And the very next week, she called me and said, "Hey, Hef wants to offer you to move into the house for your safety, where there's security." And Hef went and sat down with me, and we went over everything. I told him what was happening, and he had alerted the authorities, and the authorities said that we needed to contact the FBI because it had crossed state lines. When I told Hef, he cried with me. He he shed tears, and he was very remorseful for what had happened, and he wanted to try to do everything he could to help me and provide safety for me.
And this was all in 2005 when you first came forward to Holly Madison and then to Hugh Hefner?
Yes.
At that point, Hugh contacted the FBI. Were you able to hear that conversation when he was making those calls?
Yes, we went down to Mary's office, which is his secretary, and we placed the phone calls there, and I heard him speak to the agent.
How about this? When you treat people right, you take care of them, they might actually not have a problem with, doing stuff with you. If you treat people right, you never know. And disrespect them and do crazy stuff. So I'm getting a whole different viewpoint of Hugh Hefner right now, you guys. You know what I'm saying? I can't get mad at these ladies or him for how they want to be adults about things. You know what I mean? They all agreed and never did nothing wrong. And he the one that stepped up and did this too? No, they got a little, adult stuff, exactly.
And what was the FBI agent's response to what Hugh said?
He sounded very interested in what was happening, and I was led to believe that there was going to be follow-up and that I was going to be able to get some help.
And did you ever get a call from the FBI or any associates with law enforcement regarding your allegations against Jeffrey Epstein?
Nothing.
And to this day, you still have not heard from the FBI or DOJ in response to your claims against Jeffrey Epstein?
No, nothing.
I realize.
Okay, you guys, you know how we do 2 minutes over here. That was much more. That's it right there. News Nation. They got at least about the whole interview, about 20 minutes long, but I had to let you guys see that. The whole interview, it's available on YouTube. That's in from News Nation. Former Playboy Bunny says FBI ignored her allegations against Jeffrey Epstein. Former Playboy Bunny says FBI ignored her claims against Jeffrey Epstein. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen to get those likes up. I cannot validate, authorize, or say that those claims are true. I'm just bringing you guys the news and letting you see what's going on out there. You can form your own opinions. We got much more to get into because now we got to go across pond where we haven't been for a while. Going to talk about Andrew and Sarah. Fergie, they've been on the road again. Just can't wait to get out of the UK. I guess they're feeling a bit crazy since they've been demoted and got the boot. Got a situation where it's not exactly over. Sarah Ferguson and Andrew seem to be traveling. They're going around and I guess they're bracing for disaster. It's kind of relevant that something may happen, prevalent that something may happen basically, and expected to come out very soon. You never know because they're still doing that investigation on Andrew, as we do know. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's see what they're up to now. We haven't heard from the former prince and princess for a long time, right?
Me now is British historian and author Andrew Lowney, who you can find on Substack
Across Pond
and on YouTube's The Lowney Report. Wonderful to have you on the program. Thank you very much for joining us. Look, let's start with the House of York, because you know the House of York better than anyone. Of course, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and Sarah Ferguson. You wrote the book entitled The Rise and Fall of the House of York, which you can purchase online on Amazon. It's the book of the year in both the Times and Financial Times, has bombshell after bombshell, and fascinating. I mean, how the couple leveraged their royal status for personal and financial gain, those humiliating ties to Jeffrey Epstein, and of course there are those questionable business dealings. Andrew, have we heard the last of the Yorks, or are there more disastrous revelations to come, do you think?
Oh, there are plenty more revelations to come. I think there's a good chance that more Epstein files will be released. I think we've got some of the victims coming forward, and I hope some of the legal depositions will be unsealed.
The reason I show you this is because from what's not going on our side, they've actually got movement going on their side. Already demoted a prince. Now they're talking about, and he's actually got arrested, and they're still investigating. So let's see what's probably coming up with this.
But even today, I've just done a piece in the Substack about Sarah Ferguson, how she's been getting money from the Middle East and from Argentina, and also how Andrew has been traveling. I mean, one assumes he's been sitting in Sandringham rather lonely, but in fact, and this is with the knowledge of the king, he's just come back from the south of France, where I understand he's looking to buy a property.
Oh, wow. Okay. So basically he's self-banished himself. Would we describe it as that, from Britain?
Yes, I mean, I think we everyone assumes he's under house arrest, but I don't think his life has really changed that much for the worse. He's in a slightly smaller house. He's traveling. He's still doing business. He was accompanied in the south of France by two 40-something attractive women. So I don't think either of them are having a bad time at the moment. And I think the big question is, what has Sarah Ferguson been living off? And I'm told that she has been putting aside money from trust funds that she's been accumulating, and she's been living off that rather than off Paddy McNally, her old boyfriend.
Living off the trust funds and the dough to her old boyfriend, and Andrew's still moving around. He got two 40-year-old girls moving around with him. Got that royal dough still coming in. And I think he sold one of his properties, you guys. So they're not doing so bad after all, are they? Feel bad for the royals, huh? They said that they're about to bring that to an end. Yeah, you guys, he's under house. What, Leah? You saw that right there, Allison, right? That wasn't no house arrest flying around looking for other properties and other places. Yeah, you guys, it must be nice to have that type of money and power. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because yes, I know I was trying to not really bring this story up. Why? Everybody else is covering it. But you know what? It's news and we got to do it. It's not a bad story. It's just that I'm tired of hearing about it. And I'm not necessarily positive that they've got the right person, but that's just my opinion. Does not mean that we're not supposed to show it. So let's get on over here, you guys. The second day of the Tupac Shakur murder trial. Accused Keefe D started yesterday, and Mob James made itself very interesting, I must say. Yeah, let's see what happens when it comes down to how they started it off. Just a little bit of information here coming in off the Tupac trial, you guys.
A tense exchange with a witness in the trial against Dwayne Keefe D. Davis. Good evening, I'm Brian Loftus.
I'm Denise Valdez. So this is day 2 now in the case regarding the murder of rap icon Tupac Shakur. Investigator Vanessa Murphy is at the Regional Justice Center speaking with witnesses today.
We saw the first heated exchange between a witness and attorneys on day 2 of this murder trial. The witness expressing he didn't want to be part of putting Dwayne Keefe D. Davis
He said, you're going to have to treat me as a hostile witness.
in prison. He didn't want to be part of this trial. Now, James McDonald, also known as Mob James, announcing he should be treated as a hostile witness, reiterating several times he didn't want to testify but was forced to by a subpoena. He did speak about the tensions in 1996, especially in Compton after the murder of Tupac Shakur, and at one point he addressed Davis directly.
The next question I'm asking you is, when you went back to Compton, was it like a Southside crib that shoots a Pyro Blood, and then a Pyro Blood shoots a Southside crib? Is that the tension that we're talking about?
Do I answer this? When we got back to Compton,
Okay.
it was a gang war.
But my question to you.
Stop.
Can you focus on me for a second, sir?
Yeah, I will. Talk to your lawyer, man. Just do the strip.
You're blaming on me.
You asking me questions. If I just answer your questions, we gonna have a problem in here, a misunderstanding. And you're asking me something that wouldn't be good for him.
Now, moments after his testimony, we talked with him.
He had to know personally from me. I don't like you, but I don't want to see you, and I'm not going to be the one to put you in prison. I used to tell his son to tell your daddy to shut up. You talk too much.
Reggie Wright Jr. took the stand. He's the former head of security for Death Row Records. In my recent face-to-face interview with Davis in jail, when I asked him if he didn't kill Tupac Shakur, who does he think did, he pointed to Reggie Wright Jr. It is no secret these two do not like each other. Wright, at one point on the stand, said before he was a drug dealer, Davis was known as, quote, a crackhead. Now, the day began with crime scene photos and photos from the autopsy of the body of Tupac Shakur. They were graphic. His body was riddled with gunshot wounds. Now, before that testimony with the photos, his family did leave the room. Reporting in downtown Las Vegas.
Yeah, but you know, that made the newspaper too. That was on the front page when Pac lost his life. They had his autopsy pictures out there. Mob James is basically saying, I'm too old for this. I got children, I got grandkids. I'm in my 60s right now. I'm not trying to promote and show what I used to do when I was in my teens and in my 20s. And I'm not out there showing my grandkids what I used to do, and I don't want to promote that. He said, and him right there, straight up and down, me and him ain't even cool. But I'm not the type of guy to say something and just try to get him locked up. And you guys are gonna have to treat me as a hostile witness. I think that he should get the same sort of recognition that that other dude in Atlanta got. What's his name? The one that was on the Young Thug case? The one that had the bald head? You know what I'm talking about? He should get a little more, a little bit more recognition for what he's doing. Because if they're gonna do that with a Snills niche, that's what I call him, whatever his name is, Willie or whatever like that. Mob is being a stand-up dude all the way. Think about it, Brian King Falcone. He's totally different from, Woody. He's totally different from the way Woody moved. And Woody was up there telling it. He up there like, dude, treat me as a hostile. I'm not saying jack. And even though we ain't cool, I'm not doing that. That's a man standing on what he believes in, even if he's wrong, and I get that. But as far as Woody, he just gets it because he talks, and he just gets getting out there. Real talk. If you really think about it, morally and what we're saying, you guys will understand what I'm talking about. But Either one of them are correct in the way that they live their lives, to be honest with you. Let's keep on moving forward. We're going to keep on going and bringing you guys up to date on the information, because it seems to me like it's not the regular traditional case where they're trying to bring up things from the archives. This thing got a little bit of spice to it. So we're going to keep it moving and keep on bringing you up to date on what's going on with the Tupac trial. That's right. Let's go, you guys. I'm sorry. Keffe D. murder trial. Let's get on over and stay in California. Oh, knows how to party, knows how to party. Because last week, the FCC sued Disney and told them, nope, you can't leave, and no, you can't merge. And guess what Disney just did with all of that money, 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 money that they've been having since Mickey Mouse. They got so much money, they do have Disney dollars. You know what they did? Real talk, they do got Disney dollars, literally. Literally, let's go, you guys, because they sued them right back. Let's go, let's see what Disney talking about. You're gonna sue us, we'll sue you right back. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go, see what Disney's talking about.
And Disney filed a federal lawsuit today against the Federal Communications Commission over First Amendment rights. The complaint alleges the agency waged a retaliatory campaign against Disney-owned ABC television network because the Trump administration doesn't like its content. Back in April, Jimmy Kimmel made a joke on his late-night show that President Donald Trump took issue with, and the president pressured the network to fire Kimmel shortly after. The FCC ordered Disney-owned ABC affiliates to file for their broadcast renewal years early.
Yeah, because what's going on is they're trying to do a merger, and that'll be like crazy, because if they do that merger, I mean, I guess they're trying to save themselves, but you know, mergers was when certain companies get together, they'll dominate the whole industry. That's like if McDonald's and Burger King got together. Imagine that. Like, other companies would be out of there, you know what I'm saying? Because of all of the marketing and the relationships that they have, just make one whole conglomerate. Kind of like looking at it like that. A lot of people losing jobs and things. Let's get on over to this situation right here, which is a feature, because it has no writing over there on the iPad. It must be something good. That shows something pretty crazy. I remember this now, and I did want to get this to you guys. Again, do us a favor. Pay attention when you're driving. Pay attention to cars around you. You might want to slow up speed, especially when you see other cars slowing up speed. I like to stay a car length away. Why? Because I ride a motorcycle. Just telling you guys, I might do 2 car lengths away. People are like, yo, why are you driving like that? Why are you so slow? Because I want to stay around to keep on driving and being around and live. Please just be careful out there, you guys. Let's go. Let me show you what's going on with this dash cam that shows a violent I-70 freeway crash. I want to open up the screen to make sure that we're seeing this whole thing. Pay attention, you guys, because it can happen just that fast.
Dashcam video shows the violent crash that snarled traffic on both sides of the both sides of the 170 freeway early this morning. It happened just after 5:30 a.m. near the Oxnard exit in North Hollywood. In the video, you can see a black pickup truck heading south swerve into the far left lane, hitting another car. That car then flips over the center divider.
I'm sorry, I had to do it. I apologize. What's your name? YSPH? Because it always happens, and it's always an idiot. I got to do it before your comment leave. Then a car cuts in front of you because of the gap. Yeah, some idiot, right? So now you got to add him to the distance, but then there's somebody behind you. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's go.
Ending on the northbound side of the freeway. Sky 5 was over the scene after the crash, showing the major backup during the morning commute.
Believe it or not, though, if you on a motorcycle, the person that said that they ride, I bet you one thing, what they tell us to do, and they tell us to do that in the driver's manual. Anytime that's happening, hit the gas and go around everybody. Straight up. You ain't gonna get me caught up in the mix. That's when you use the lion and make them roar. You don't get stuck in those small places like that, and you do not, for any reason, ride next to no 18-wheelers. You bet not. Just don't. Let's keep on going forward, you guys. I'm telling you guys some real preventative measures right now. They tell you when you're on a motorcycle, if it's getting shaky, instead of you slowing down, hit that gas. Get up out of there. They tell you that. I'm telling you, let's keep on moving forward. Let's get on over to Waterloo. We're going over to Waterloo right now. We got the crazy regional Woo! I want you guys to be careful about this because the things that yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So check this out. I don't want to stay on one topic though, but you guys, you ride, all of y'all dropping bombs right now. Exactly. So if you guys, you know those are the smart trackers that they use for Apple the trackers. You got to be careful of those. Because the same way you use it to find out where your gym bag is at, to not lose your keys, to not lose certain things, there's some El Creepos out here that use it to track you. When you're going to the gym and crazy stuff like that, there's people out here that do it, you guys. So I need to let you know, be careful about trackers on your vehicles and different things because it happens a lot and it's being used on a lot of unsuspecting people. Let's see what's going on with the police over in the Waterloo area. That's got a really good story about this right here. Let's check this out so everybody can know what's going on.
From regional police tonight about trackers. The devices are used to help find things like keys, wallets, even pets, but they can also be used by criminals. And police say lately they've had some reports about people discovering unknown devices. Here's CTV's Alexandra Hollick.
Whether they're attached to your keys or stored in your suitcase, smart trackers are designed to find your belongings in seconds. But in the wrong hands, they can be used for something far more sinister.
As a stalking device, by putting it in someone's purse or in their jacket or in a vehicle and then tracking the motions of that individual.
The device is easy to get and doesn't cost much, but police warn it could put someone's privacy and safety at risk.
We could see it in criminal harassment cases where perhaps inter-partner violence may be an issue, or any type of person-on-person crime. It could be used in a situation where maybe a vehicle is being tracked to see when it's being unoccupied as an opportunity.
This is one example of just how small these smart tracking devices can be, and drivers are urged to check their vehicles for unknown tags regularly. This tracker could be found in here, behind here, in here, or under here.
When people are putting these things into a vehicle, they're not there for a long amount of time. They kind of want to be in and out quickly. So that's why it's anywhere that's quick accessible, but also hidden at the same time.
Sometimes your phone will know.
And if they roll up on the car and they already see that you're not in it, you think they're not going to retrieve it before they do their craziness? Oh yeah, they're going to try to retrieve that little thing. Let me grab that up out of there before, since I know you,
Notify you if an unknown tracker is nearby. As for where you can be tracked,
Geography doesn't really matter. That tag, wherever it is, if it's placed on you, it can essentially follow you around the world.
if you do come across a tag, don't panic and don't touch it.
Pull over somewhere safe, somewhere well lit, somewhere where there's lots of people, and notify the police.
There could be information on there, or depending on where it was located, it helps the investigation.
A smart solution to try and stop bad actors in their tracks. Alexandra Hollick, CTV News, Kitchener.
That's how we do it around here, you guys. Tech, all sorts of things. We try to bring our people up on a whole bunch of stuff. And you guys, you ain't gonna believe me, but believe it or not, you know what that could have been a part of? Yep. The health and wellness section. You know why? Because it got to do with health and keeping you well. It's about keeping the casa safe, baby. If you don't got the house safe, all that other stuff don't matter. Same way I tell you guys, we have to pray in the morning and thank the Lord for the day before we complain. How dare you? You want to say that sentence to yourself? Waking up talking about, oh, I got to get out here and blah, blah, blah. How about this? Man, I'm so glad I'm able to get out here this morning and do, even though I got to do something I don't want to do, Lord, let me just get it over with. Yeah, and do what you got to do, and then the rest of the time is yours. Just keep on going, you guys. You got to be thankful for what you do have. I'm telling you, let's go. And be careful out there. If you got anybody, them ex-boyfriends and all of that, y'all know. But I want to see what they can do about it. Is there some sort of tracker finder, or do we need to come up with that and invent it? Hey, how about that? Some sort of tracker. And if it is, that should have been the second part of that video. I think I'm going to go find it for us, just to keep me on point. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because the Guinness Book of World Records, you know how we feel about them around here, right? But hey, I'm not going to be angry too long because I know how they get down $12,000 to tell the truth about stuff. But anyway, we got a surgeons I'm talking about when I say this, all you guys are gonna do is probably start singing with me. And I know you don't like the song, but if you do know it, sing along. I think you guys are ready. Doom, 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 doom. Haters wanna hate, lovers wanna love. I don't even want none of the above. I want to on you. I wanna be on you, I wanna be on you, I wanna be on you. Haters wanna hate, lovers wanna love. I don't even want none of the above. I want to, yes, the David Chappelle song. You guys are gonna be like, why the hell is he singing that this morning? Because there's something that can block somebody from being able to drip, drip, drip. Yeah, we call those stones. And imagine getting the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest stone, bladder stone in your body. That's right, you guys. I'm talking about 6.6, one of the biggest stones that have ever been removed. And there it is.
Doctors in Sri Lanka have claimed a new record by removing a bladder stone the size of a newborn baby. Doctors successfully removed a 6.8-pound stone when the procedure was carried out last week at a hospital in Trincomalee in the east of the country. The prior record was set in Brazil in 2003 with a stone that weighed 4.2 pounds and had a length of 7 inches according to the Guinness World Records. The bladder stone removed in Sri Lanka is 6.6 inches long.
Woo! He was having a little problem, huh? Little problem going to the bathroom, huh?
A 55-year-old patient in Sri Lanka had been admitted to the hospital after suffering a stroke. While getting treatment, doctors found stones in his urinary bladder after noticing that he was experiencing difficulty urinating.
How do you not know this is in you, bruh?
But no one expected it to be the size of a newborn. Trincomalee General Hospital released images of the stone and said that, according to available records, it is the largest bladder stone ever documented and removed through surgery. The stone.
So I'm over here thinking it's fake, right? I'm over here checking to see if it's AI and everything. No, y'all, it's real. I thought it was fake.
It is believed to have been in the patient for at least 5 to 10 years. The patient is said to be doing fine and is recovering. Bladder stones form when minerals in the urine crystallize.
We know about that.
They commonly occur when the bladder does not empty completely, leaving concentrated urine that can turn into crystals or stones. Generally, bladder stones can pass on their own, but stones larger than 1 centimeter often block urine.
Man, that ain't passing on its own. Can you imagine that coming out or trying to come out? You're going to be like, oh, you're going to sound like Tarzan. Oh, I'm talking about at the top of your voice, sounding like a wolf in the woods somewhere. If this come out oh Lord, either one, back door or front door, Houston, we have a problem.
Flow and require surgery. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Sal Bono.
Okay, so for all you people that, you make sure you make sure you drink a lot of water, you guys, because the last thing you want is any stones like that. I wouldn't even want one a hair length big. Woo, Lord, could you imagine? Got to go to the bathroom and that one, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm glad you guys can't even see me on camera, because you know how it is, fellas, because I know you probably doing the same thing. This fella's doing this right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh Lord, let me check myself. I'm good. I ain't got, even though it ain't got nothing to do with you, right? Y'all fellas know what I'm talking about. I know. Let's keep on going, you guys, because we got to go on over to the Miami airports where we got to give them a thumbs up, because they're doing some notable things over there with the AAR. They're celebrating as it expands their aircraft maintenance and operations crew. That's right, you guys, in the International Airport of Miami, adding over 200 jobs. Anybody live out in the Miami area, they're hiring over 200 people. And guess what? For what it's worth, I think a lot of airports need to start paying attention, because as we've been noticing, there's been a lot of lack of, let's just say, proper maintenance on the planes we've been paying attention to. Let's see what's going on over at Miami International, you guys. Let's go.
A celebration at Miami International Airport for its latest capital investment in maintenance upgrades. A ribbon-cutting ceremony marked the expansion of aerospace and defense company AAR's expansion of its maintenance, repair, and overhaul facility at the airport. County leaders said the 100,000 square foot expansion is also bringing new full-time jobs to Miami-Dade.
We have such a growth in commercial passenger cargo here at Miami International Airport, and this will continue to be a hub for maintenance and repair. This is a major expansion, a 1/3 increase in size and capacity with at least 200 very well-paid jobs.
Airport officials say the facility's expansion at the 8th busiest airport nationwide, 11th busiest worldwide, is part of an unprecedented 14.
That's right, Liberty. You want to be seen, your name will look good in green. That's right, you guys. $3.99. It's real. Yeah, we don't charge that much to be a member over here. Go ahead and get 6 months to show some love and go ahead and give out some gifts, you guys. That's the way we do it over here as the fam.
$1 billion investment in capital improvements and maintenance upgrades.
Honestly, the reason I did that is because we've been showing a lot of different maintenance issues throughout the country and throughout different airlines, throughout different airplane suppliers like Boeing. So anytime we can actually show the good, I like to do that, you guys. I don't like to just show the bad all the time. So even though Miami, let's give them some love too, because normally it's Miami with the bad stories. Hired over 200 people. Maintenance area has doubled. So that's going to be good for overall safety and security for who? The passengers and the people that's flying on those planes. So they got to get a big thumbs up for that. Shout out to Miami. Okay. Let's go ahead and try to turn over a new leaf this year. Let's keep on going forward because, yeah, you guys, y'all ready? Uh-oh. How are we going to do this? Uh-oh. We got a choice. Should we just do both of them? Yeah. How about we do a smorgasbord? And if I can make it there, I'll make it bum, bum. Anywhere, it's up to you, New York, New York. But not if your mayor is Mom dummy, na is a super cat, na use a dumb dummy, na is a super rat, na use a dumb dummy, na he's a sewer rat, na use a dumb dummy, dummy. Mom dummy, na is a sewer rat, na use a dumb dummy, na he's a sewer rat, na use a dumb dummy, na he's a sewer rat, na use a dumb dummy. Oh yeah, we got the lyrics down pack. I found the beat and everything. This how it go. Mom Donnie, na he's a sewer rat. Get it? Sewer rat. Nah, use a dumb dummy. Had to flip the words. I ain't want to throw a super cat in there like that, you know? He's a sewer rat is even better. Let's keep on going, you guys, because they're not happy about this peer-to-tier tax. You know, the one that they're trying to put on everyone with a home over $5 million. Hell, an apartment is $5 million right now. He was so audaciously didn't even come to the meeting. How dare you not even show up? How dare you? Oh yeah, you don't think we actually doing that song? Found the beat and everything. Yeah, it's gonna be a banger, you guys. So as soon as it come out, I'm gonna have everybody doing their little premieres. Everybody that wanna send in their clip. We're gonna have fun with this. Like the happy video, oh, it's gonna be fun. And I know I said it a couple of times, but it took me a little while to actually get it together. And we got it. So let's keep on going and seeing what's going on with the city council and what they're going on with this peer-to-tier rollout. You gotta pay attention to this too, because it's some serious stuff, and a lot of other cities may try to adapt what happens in New York, like a lot of other people do, because New Jersey, they've already raised the taxes in Jersey City. Wonder where they get that idea from.
We'll hold a hearing to discuss the rollout of the new peer-to-tier tax. Good day, Jessica Formoso. She is on this. She's outside City Hall and what we can expect. And Jessica, there are some people not expected to attend today. Who are they?
Good morning, Tashani. So no one from the mayor's office will be showing up to today's hearing.
How you gonna try to diss people and tell them what they gotta do and make them pay all of this stuff and not even show up?
Instead, they will be submitting written testimony. This, of course, not sitting well with many city council members, including also the city council speaker, Julie Menin, who is calling the mayor's administration's decision not to show up unfortunate. So this will take place later this afternoon, and we know that this is an oversight hearing on the city's Department of Finances.
That's right. If your home is worth more than $5 million, you'll be paying $60,000 extra every single year with taxes, the peer-to-tier tax. And you have to prove that you live there in order to not pay that tax.
the rollout of the new pied-à-terre tax. Now, the hearing is being held by the Committee on Finance, the Committee on Governmental Operations, State and Federal Legislation. And we can expect council members to grill city officials over the handling
He made it but didn't even show up. Straight up sucker move.
of the implementation of the tax, a tax that was approved earlier this year, which places a surcharge on second, 2 and 3 family homes worth more than $5 million and co-ops and condos worth more than $1 million. There's been a lot of confusion over this, over the rollout, and even
Yeah, so like if you bought a house and you bust your butt to get it and you stayed there for a year, and now you're thinking about getting another house because you can get a loan on that one and get another house and probably use that one to pay a little bit towards the mortgage on the next one so that you don't have to work so much and you may be able to retire or whatever because you've been busting your butt to do that, right? You feel what I'm saying, right? Nah, no. What do you mean? Oh, no. You only can have one house. That's it. They're about to limit what you can actually have. They're gonna start rolling up on people like, oh, how much money you got? Oh yeah, yeah, we're gonna just start taking this and just, are you serious? How about get out there and work the same way those other people did? I am so tired of people counting other people's money. It's ridiculous. I don't care if I'm walking around here broke. I need to get myself together to get on my own bag. I don't count other people's money. I don't like people that do it either. Straight up.
a lawsuit filed by homeowners who claim the city put the burden on them to prove they live in their home full time instead of the burden being on the city. They also are taking issue with the city's publishing of a list of properties, nearly 1 million properties, including addresses and owners' names, which read, quote, may be subject to the tax. Days later, the city clarified that only 17,000 homeowners who have received letters.
So why you send it out to like 20 million instead of the 17,000 that you're supposed to send it to? You trying to rile people up, get some mistaken checks to come through so they got to fight to get their money back? What was that about? You don't got the proper people to find out who this supposed to go to?
Letters are subject to the new tax.
Don't get rich, y'all. Don't. I don't care if you bust your butt out there picking up cans and then you go from cans to a little van and then you make a little recycling center and then you get a little couple of workers, so they're gonna look at you like, oh no, he's rich or she's rich. Oh no, don't do that. You're making too much money. You gotta pay more. They don't like to see people making money. They always got an excuse. I done heard it so many times. Oh, the landlord got the money to do it. Oh yeah, but 20 apartments, the same problem, and you done busted a hole in the wall or whatever like that. Gotta pay a person to do that, pay a person to do that. Change your lock, do this. Oh yeah, but the landlord got it. Y'all rich, y'all know how it is. But you still got to be able to maintain the bills when there's nobody living in there, or when you got a squatter that can stick around for up to a whole year. And guess what happens if they don't pay the bills? You want to keep that place? You better get back to work if you're the landlord, because you got to pay them bills. Let's keep on going, you guys. That's how it is. That's how it is. We're staying in New York, by the way, but we're going via Las Vegas, because we talked about this story yesterday. A grandmother of 5 went missing, now 10 days, as she went on a shopping trip in Las Vegas. The family started receiving messages asking for Bitcoin payments, which very concerning. Yeah, I'd be concerned about something like that as well. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. It's our bottom line. Let's go.
Tales about a New York woman who went to Las Vegas and is now missing. Her family says Alyssa Goods disappeared 10 days ago on a shopping trip. They've heard nothing since then, except for mysterious text messages from her phone asking for cash and Bitcoin. Nicole Valdez spoke to Goods' daughter, who's trying to find her and is very worried about her.
A frantic search for a mother missing thousands of miles from home.
I am hoping to God for the best, but my heart can't take what it could be, which is the worst.
It's been more than a week since anyone's seen 63-year-old Alyssa Goods, a grandmother of 5. Goods' family says she was visiting a longtime friend in Las Vegas from New York. That friend told her family she left his apartment on August 8th to catch a bus to a nearby CVS, but never came back.
We're at day number 9, and we still don't know where she is. We still don't know if she's okay.
She was reported missing August 10th. 2 days later, her family says they started getting these messages from her phone asking for help, gas money, even Bitcoin.
I said, what do you need gas for the car? My aunt does not drive. There is no car. And they said, send a Cash App, Bitcoin. That they have her phone, there's a possibility that they have her. I want to know that she's okay and that she is alive.
Emotional, scared, and desperate for answers, her
I need to see the receipt for the bus ticket. I need to see footage of her at the bus station.
daughter Kristen is now in Las Vegas, hoping to get answers.
She is still out there, and we're looking for her. We want her home. We want her back.
Now, Good's family has already checked in with local hospitals, jails, even the coroner's office there. So far, nothing. The Las Vegas Metro Police Department wants anyone with information to give them a call. Vlad.
Such a
And this is what she looks like, you guys, just in case anybody wants to take a screenshot to see what she looks like. 63-year-old grandmother of 5 who's missing and is supposed to be the last place was in Las Vegas, Nevada. We also want to send out prayers to her family. We want to pray that she's found and it's a 100% recovery and that she's fine. Maybe she lost her phone and she's finally getting back to people or whatever. But let's let that be the miracle that happens here, you guys. Let's pray for a miracle. And we ask that today in our Father God's name. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Let's go. Sounds similar to the Guthrie case as someone stated inside of the comments as well. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. We got a situation now. Is this the Lawrence mayor right here? Let me see what's going on with this right here. Yeah, the mayor was arrested on federal wire money fraud charges over here. Let's get on over to Boston. This is pretty crazy right here. Let me see something. No, this is Miss Hall. I don't really got too much respect for Miss Hall. Anytime you know that some children are being harmed and you're quiet about it, I have no respect for anyone like that. I look at it like it should be like aiding and abetting, especially when it's young children. Gotta just skip ahead really quickly to the school. It's called Miss Hall's Miss Hall's, and she's the former head of the school. Now she's been arraigned for reckless endangerment for you know what when it comes down to a school, and the teacher a scandal that's pretty sad to say. I'm gonna let them say this one. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's get on over to Boston and see what's going on with this.
Well, thank you. The FBI's Boston division accuses DePena of cashing in on a public health crisis and...
No, that's not it right there. Let me see something real quick. I think I got it. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. Let me, there we go. It's this one right. I apologize.
Yes. Former head of Miss Hall's school, Jeannie Norris, appeared remotely to be charged with reckless endangerment of a child. That child, now an adult, is Melissa Ferris, who watched alongside Hillary Simon. The two former Miss Hall students came forward in 2024 to report they had been groomed and then raped by their teacher, Matt Rutledge. Claimed Norris knew about Rutledge's behavior, failed to protect them, and even encouraged Ferris to get closer to him. Rutledge was charged with rape Simon and Ferris and arrested in April. Norris's lawyer has said she was not aware of the abuse and denies the allegations. A not guilty plea was entered on her behalf. Simon and Ferris released a statement saying in part, abusers do not operate alone. They operate inside institutions and systems that decide over and over that reputation matters more than the child. A Miss Hall's alum who came to court agrees.
Today really sends a message of accountability that has been long overdue.
Thank you, Mike.
Jeannie Norris had a responsibility to protect the children in her care, to protect us, and she failed in a very significant way. And today is one step towards accountability for that.
Norris's next court date is November 18th. It's a pre-trial hearing, and she does not have to appear. In the newsroom, Karen Anderson, 5 Investigate.
It's crazy how she's not like really getting any jail time or accomplice time or whatever. They doing a case by remotely. I just don't get it, you guys. I know she's an older lady, but if she's got charges like that, I do believe that she needs to get some jail time behind that, or at least come to court, you know, and get some and have to be brought up on some charges. If you bring her in the court, and she need to be able to go get some silver bracelets. Let's put it like that. Let's keep on going forward, you guys, because now Meta, not only had to spend over $1 billion in a settlement, but now they got another case that's coming up. And now the parents that got money and are now bringing this new case up, they're saying, you know what, it's not even about the money. We're worried about the platform itself and how you guys make this content in order to make our kids get the dopamine and keep on wanting to swipe. How about we do something about that? They're looking to try to change the way the Meta platform is actually going, you guys, right now. And they may actually have a lot to say about it when it comes down to legal. I don't know what you guys are thinking about it, but there's a lot going on right now. And yes, 55 Leaf, I'm Coffee House Lisa Roy. That's what we do over here. No one else brings these stories to the light but us. And that's why it's our bottom line. Let's keep on moving forward. And what do you guys think about this Meta situation over here? Because again, they've got money. They got so much money they can print money. But what about the tactics? Because as long as these tactics are available and going on and you're addicting people to doing these things, they're going to still keep on making money. So I want to know, do you guys think that this is going to affect Meta moving forward? Let's listen and see what's going on with this next case coming up.
Not a good idea to leave out Little Italy. A very bad idea, if you know what I mean. In just a few hours, lawyers will present opening statements in the landmark social media trial against Meta, accusing the tech giant of fueling a teen mental health crisis. The defendants are seeking more than $1 trillion in penalties, but Meta's pushing back. Quote, "We are proud of our record in protecting teens on our platforms and the amount of effort that we've put into developing protections over the years, even before these cases were filed and continuing to the present day. We look forward to showing the judge and the jury those facts in court." Psychotherapist Tom Kirsting joins me now. Tom, we're not going legal, we're going psych with you. And so let's focus on you as an expert. If you were called to the stand as an expert in this case, what would you tell the court that your teen patients experienced because of social media?
Yeah, so me, I'm clinical. That's what I do. So I'm sitting with people in my office, teenagers, the parents coming in. And when a parent brings a teenager in with anxiety, depression, or oppositional defiant behavior, it's like 99% of the time tied to something screen related, social media, too many video games. So if I was an expert witness, I would be presenting my anecdotal findings from 18 years of doing this stuff, 26 years as a therapist, but like 17 or 18 following and writing books on these social media trends. Because something has to be done. And I think they're on the hot seat now, Meta.
They're not just doing it to the kids. We addicted as adults, so we know it is true. It's not like they don't do it. They don't do it to us. We get caught up scrolling for an hour. Wait a minute, the sun's going down. You did it before, me too. So let's be real about this.
You got one state, I think it was New Mexico. They just got a big $900-something million settlement, and you got 29 other states right now. So the lid has been taken off.
Based upon the patterns of addiction that you see, though, could that come about by accident, or is it your opinion that the pattern of addiction could only be caused by a purposeful action by Meta?
Yeah, well, so Meta, I mean, I think it was 2019 where they had their own internal documents that were showing that their products were harming kids. And the things that they're fighting are likes, endless scrolling, and alerts. And these are all things that like light up that brain, that pleasure-seeking part of the brain.
Yeah, a lot of people addicted to those likes. They love to see how many likes you got. They love it. How many likes did you get? How many followers do you have? The main thing is what? How many followers do you have and how many subscribers? That's right. And the sad thing about it is a lot of them try to play into trying to be like those people. I want to be like this person. I want to be like that one. Oh, I'm going to be skinny. I don't want. And then it comes into the shaming of different things. You guys know how that goes down because older people don't fall into those areas that they do. But younger kids, they don't have that sort of a mind build yet. Their skills are not that developed. So yeah, I do think that there is a real story here. And yes, we're going to keep it going and keep on bringing you guys a story like this because it's very important to us. Let's keep on making sure that we get those subscribers up, you guys. And yes, we're still taking cash apps and donations and stuff like that. Heck, I think we got the, the Verizon's coming in tomorrow. We got bills, and we're premium. But you know what? We appreciate whatever you guys can supply. and we appreciate it. We're a non-profit organization right now, to be honest with you, if you know what I mean. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. America shopping. Yeah, and now we're really at a point that we can all understand. So don't think that I don't understand that people's pockets are touching right now. It's not that we don't want to do things. It's just that we have to pay and spend on necessities first, and then we have to see what we can do with the rest, and we have to eat too. That's why America Shopping and retail sales are now posting the largest drop in more than a year, you guys. A lot of people are not shopping right now, and if they are, they're shopping for necessities. Instead of buying new clothes, they're going to get washing powder and washing their clothes out. I'm not mad at them. Let's see what's going on, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen and get those likes up and see what's going on out here.
The department shows Americans cut their spending in July by the biggest amount in more than a year. Retail sales fell 0.6% last month, following a slight gain in June. That drop in spending is raising concern among some economists about the resiliency of consumers as Americans respond to rising gas prices and lingering inflation. Joining me now is Heather Long. She is the chief economist at Navy Federal Credit Union. Heather, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate your time. Federal data also shows inflation declined slightly in July as gas and grocery prices slipped. When you look at
when those gas prices go up, that's when you start seeing retail go down, because that's when retail starts raising prices because the gas prices for the shipping and because of the distribution.
Figures like this, what are your biggest takeaways for everyday Americans?
I mean, it's tough out there, and you can see the fatigue from American consumers. Part of the reason the July data was so disappointing is that Amazon Prime Day and Target Circle deals and those Walmart Plus deals, they happened in June this year instead of July. So there was definitely less spending on electronics and some of those items that people try to scoop up on Prime Day. But if you really step back and look at the bigger picture, since the war in Iran started, inflation is outpacing wage growth. People are literally getting squeezed financially in America. And you can see that there's been a pullback at the grocery store.
And that's why it's really nervous about what's going on with the midterms right now. And Trump better pay attention to this and focus over here now, get that thing over with and start getting some dollars in our pocket and getting us some relief. We don't want no extra. We're trying to get some relief.
More people are turning to credit cards and dipping into savings. And that's why the outlook is definitely for a little bit of a consumer slowdown heading into back to school and ultimately into the holidays.
Yeah, and usually when it comes time for Prime Day, I hear a lot more people talking about it. I didn't hear as much chatter around Prime Day this past summer. July's data also shows restaurant spending saw a slight increase. Families often cut back on eating out to save money. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I think there's some of it may have been the World Cup impacts, people going out to watch the final game. So I don't think people were surprised to see that number up a little bit. I think what's been interesting to watch is hobby spending, people spending on books, on sporting equipment, on chess sets. That's actually been one of the bright spots for the past year.
Seems like people going back to the old school Monopoly games and playing around and doing stuff at home. Yes, that's kind of a good thing, huh? Getting people back together with the family, playing Monopoly, stuff like that. I would love to play Monopoly with my people. I love playing games like that, don't you? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Or Jenga. See how far you can stack the bricks the real tall. Let's keep on going, you guys. Guess what? If you have not subscribed to Our Bottom Line, we're on our way to 75,000 subscribers. I think we need like 810 or something like that. Woo, Liberty, we on our way, girl. We on our way, guys. Let's go. That's right, you guys, we on our way. And remember, September the 10th, you guys, that's right, 600 episodes of Our Bottom Line. We'll be celebrating right here, an extended version of Our Bottom Line for September the 10th. We'll be doing a whole bunch of different stuff, giveaways, and also we got a t-shirt giveaway too. Let's keep on going, you guys, because we talked about the prices going up. And could this be the reason why? Let's go, you guys, because if this is the truth, I'm going straight to B&H. Did you know that there's some politicians out here that's saying, leave the shoplifters alone. Let them do what they need to do. They don't have enough money. Now, if that was the truth, B&H should be kind of cleared out. If you guys don't know what B&H is, that's an electronics store where they sell cameras, video supplies, and a whole bunch of stuff. Could you imagine if people really thought like this? Let's get into it, you guys. I want to show you guys something real quick. Let me show you this real quick. I'm taking that one down because I don't want to do that at all. I'm going to show you guys something real quick.
Primary test today. This time it's in Florida. The DSA endorsing Oliver Larkin, who's facing off against incumbent Democrat Jared Moskowitz. This is the 25th district. Now, should Larkin win, it could grow what some are calling the House of Representatives Socialist Squad. Democratic Socialists drawing plenty of attention across the country, especially here in New York. New York State Assemblywoman Emily Gallagher sparking backlash for suggesting that shoplifting should essentially be decriminalized and stealing for biological needs is just fine.
Anybody hear that? Did anybody hear that? Matter of fact, one more time. Let me just bring that back real quick so you guys can make sure that you heard what she said.
Plenty of attention across the country, especially here in New York. New York State Assemblywoman Emily Gallagher sparking backlash for suggesting that shoplifting should essentially be decriminalized and stealing for biological needs is just fine.
What do you mean biological needs? Are you saying I'm hungry so I had to steal? That's what you're talking about?
Now, many on Capitol Hill are questioning exactly what direction the Democrats are headed. I want to bring in New York Congressman Mike Lawler. Congressman, I want to get your thoughts on this. It's great to talk to you because, look for an example here.
So now we're talking about taking people homes. Now we're talking about don't even be able to have a business to be able to sell anything, to do nothing like that. That's going to hurt jobs right there, ain't it? What's going on, y'all? Can y'all?
In New York City, we lost 50% of our drugstores. There's not a Rite Aid left in New York City because of the rampant theft and stealing. Now you've got this woman saying that it should be okay and that we shouldn't prosecute it all. Your thoughts?
Well, it's really quite jarring. I mean, the CVS in Times Square, I believe, loses up to about 70% of its product due to theft. This is a fundamental problem. I served with Emily. She's a lunatic. When I was in the state assembly, she was pushing all of this nonsense.
Now I rock with Mike too.
The fact is, you look at my constituent Sheridan Gorman, 18-year-old young girl. She was killed by somebody who committed shoplifting and then was released back out onto the streets in Chicago. This idea that it should be decriminalized is absurd. And the other thing, the video package showed, armed robbers going into these stores. Democrats often talk about gun violence. Why is it that they don't actually want to prosecute criminals who use guns in the commission of a crime? They simply want to go after law-abiding gun owners and prevent them from exercising their Second Amendment. Criminals have...
Look at that, Colessive. What you just said? Look at that, Colessive. But that's the problem.
However, they want to release them back out on the streets only to reoffend. This is a fundamental problem with the lunacy that they push. This DSA movement is not going to be welcomed by the vast majority of Americans. If they win tonight in Florida in that 25th congressional seat, that will almost guarantee Republicans will win that seat in November. We'll see what happens. But this is going to be met with big backlash and resistance by most Americans this November.
Well, he put the right words together. Big backlash.
My opponent, Kate Conley, she'll say she's a moderate, yet she supports Medicare for all. She supports Kathy Hochul's sanctuary state policies that release criminals back out onto the streets and prohibit law enforcement from cooperating with them. She supports open borders. She wants to raise taxes by $4 trillion on Americans. That's not moderate. That's insane.
Yeah, where they getting this money from? Right from the taxpayer. So at least you guys know what your monetary going to be going to. A whole bunch of nonsense if these people get in the office, the particular people. I'm not talking about a party over here, you guys, because I have no part of no party. But when the particular people have these sorts of rhetoric that they want to spew and people get behind it, You wind up getting a Mom Donnie, but I like the way Mike put that down. And hopefully you guys start paying attention to seeing what's going on out here, because we got to start early because they're stacking it up and trying to take over. Let's keep on going, you guys. Wait a minute. One thing that I can't stand is stealing. I personally, and if a person needs something, they can ask. And if I have it, yeah, 90% of the time I'll help them. But don't steal. I can't allow it. I can't either. A sad part about it, what if you got somebody working for you and they've been working for you but for so long, but they've been taken from you? That could be one of the worst people to ever have around you, because that's always stopping your productivity because of that one person. You got to really be careful about that. And a lot of businesses have people like that. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's get on over to Florida, where police arrest a man. Yeah, and this is pretty crazy, you guys. I'm talking about all over an Amazon package. You don't got to pull out the Swammy for the Amazon package, bro. Come on over to Florida, yo. Let's see what's going on over here.
Armed robbery called police to a standoff, and a wild arrest came after. We now know an Amazon delivery driver is involved in this case. And we're learning a bit more about why the suspect allegedly confronted him with a gun. Local
Kevlar
Arzola, she joins us with the update. Gabby.
Hi there, ladies. Good morning. Yeah, I mean, it was an Amazon delivery gone wrong. That, like you said, led to a SWAT standoff and ended with a man in cuffs. Wilton Manors police identifying the man at the center of a standoff. 57-year-old George Mondes. Police say he barricaded himself inside his home after an encounter with an Amazon delivery driver.
I've been here for about 8 years now, so it was pretty nerve-wracking to see, yeah, for sure.
A slew of law enforcement officers swarmed Manor Grove Village condominiums Thursday afternoon.
I had no idea what may have happened, and then I saw like a whole SWAT team here. They had shields out. There were people, officers with full assault rifles.
But now we know what sparked it all. Amazon confirming the incident stemmed from a delivery mistake, saying, in quote, the driver had accidentally misdelivered the package and returned to retrieve it for delivery to the correct nearby address. And in this video, you can see that play out. The police say Mondes thought the driver was stealing the package and followed that driver to his car when suddenly, quote, the victim stated the defendant pulled out a firearm out of his waistband and pointed it at him.
I couldn't believe it. He's such a nice guy. He's always been very, very friendly and helpful to me.
Yo, I saw you take my package. Woo! They gonna make sure they deliver his packages the right way from now on.
And so I said, gee, I wonder if I have it on camera.
In one of those clips, you can see a man believed to be Mondes walk out with a firearm. Then police can be heard urging him to surrender peacefully. Some neighbors called Mondes' response as extreme.
Somebody, even if you thought a package was being stolen, wouldn't the first move just to call the cops? Why would you?
Not only that, but dude did have on an Amazon jacket. So if you see him there, yo, where you going with my package? What's going on? Oh, yo, I made a mistake and delivered it to the wrong place. I don't believe you. Let me see the address. Walk down there, let them show you, and it's all over. That's it. You guys see how that happened that quick, even if you don't believe them. That's the one motion right there. Come on, you guys. Y'all know what's up. You want to support the show? That's right, you guys. Y'all see what Liberty's saying. The Cash App is $ BOOGOTTINYC. Somebody else did it the other way. Colessive said, call the police. Quick, quick, quick. Call the police. Quick, quick, quick. She said, call the boys. Get the boys over here, Colessive. She ain't playing 911. Someone please call 911. Like Michael Epp said, right? Let's keep on going, you guys. This is who they should have called the police on, but let me let them wrap this up.
You need to immediately get a gun out.
Police eventually arrested Mondes. He's charged with aggravated assault with a firearm without an intent to kill and improper exhibition of a firearm. And Local 10's morning executive producer, Yarden Ben David, was in a nearby building when it all unfolded.
Now you got a new case, my man. You got a new case. That's the hard thing about it now. You was good, but now you got a case, and that's it. Yeah, you guys, let's get on over to let me get on over to this situation right here, because this guy right here, they should have pulled out the Swammy on this foolio. How would you guys feel if something like this was to happen to you? I'm a grown man and I'd be nervous. I'm telling you like it is. I'm running up the street and all of a sudden somebody got on all black and running behind me with a creepy mask on. I'm gonna have to, yeah, something gonna have to give you guys because that's pretty nerve-wracking right there. Philadelphia, this lady's running up the street, minding her business, and all of a sudden some dude in all black with a crazy mask on is starting to follow her. Then all of a sudden he starts following somebody else. About 5 people, you guys, they looking for this guy. Check this crazy situation we got coming out of Philadelphia.
Philadelphia are searching for a masked man investigators say has been terrorizing people, and we have some new video of one instance where the man is seen running after a woman. ABC's Armando Garcia has more from another person who came up close to that suspect and tried to fight him off.
Now she probably got on the headphones, earbuds or whatever and don't even notice this guy, but he's moving pretty close for her not to notice.
This disturbing video showing a masked man chasing after a runner around 5:30 a.m. near City Hall in Philadelphia last Wednesday. Police say the man in a Chucky-style Halloween mask taunted the woman.
He's holding a cell phone up in front of her, at which time he asks her, "Are you ready to die?"
The runner was able to get away after police say the man, who they believe is between 16 and 20 years old, abruptly changed his direction and ran into a rail station. Police say the man chased several people within a 15-minute span. One woman told our ABC station in Philadelphia she spotted the man approaching a runner who was wearing headphones.
So I started to wave at her across from the intersection and say, "Hey, there's someone behind you."
So this one here, this is like one of my family members. This reminds me of my mama. Because this is the last person he ran up on. You know why? Kicked him dead in the chest. Yep. She said he ran up on me. I didn't know what to do. I kicked him in the chest.
Jamaica, who asked not to use her last name, says the man then turned his attention to her. Jamaica says she screamed for help.
Because she was trying to help the other lady, like, watch your back, he's behind you.
Turned his attention to her. Jamaica says she screamed for help, kicked him in the chest, and was prepared to try to fight him off.
And Shamika done showed how she did it. Ha-cha! She been out here moves motion style. That's why I'm telling you, moves method, you guys. Don't play around. You never know when you're going to have to move it, move it.
Just seemed so disoriented about what his goals actually were. Like, I had bags, he wasn't reaching for those. It didn't seem like he had a clear goal to like actually get a lock alone to do anything. So I was like, okay, well, let's see if you can fight. And he couldn't.
Baby Clarissa Shields over here talking about, let's see if we can fight. Kicked him in the chest. I ain't even mad at her. Yeah.
Police believe the man attempted to antagonize at least 6 people, including men and employees at nearby businesses, and indicated he had a weapon, but witnesses have now reported seeing one.
If caught, police say the suspect is facing multiple charges, including terroristic threats, simple assault, and intimidation. Armando Garcia, ABC News, New York.
How about she wasn't even scared, still talking about, oh yeah, I saw him. I was trying to warn people. Then he tried to turn his attention on me. I said, yo, bro, you don't want this. Came over to me, rakatao, dead in the chest. Stay in your place. Y'all remember that on the Sky is the Limit song with Biggie Smalls? When they was talking about, there go that nigga with the fake, blow, stay in your place. Biggie like, there go that sewing Latigras on my shirt. Remember Biggie Smalls used to sew Latigras on his shirt because they didn't really have the money? I know a lot of people that used to do that. Yeah, take off the fake name on the Reebok when it's not even really Reebok. All you got to do is darken that square, put some black in there, and if you're good enough with that silver pen, you can write Reebok in there. Oh, you didn't think that we was doing what we had to do back in the days? Back in the day when I was broke, I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we used to do all types of stuff like that. We used to do it. Have a spray paint some Reeboks in a minute. Let's go, you guys. Not the Reeboks, but the fake ones. They used to be called like all sorts of crazy names. You go to the reject store and they always have the knockoff sneaker that look like the Reeboks, the black ones. The 5411 size 7 in girls. Yeah, boys used to wear them in the back in the day. Take that black marker, be in school with you some fake Reeboks on until somebody says something. Blow! There go that dude with the fake. Blow! Stay in your place. You guys know what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward. I just happen to know how to sew real good. That's how I know how to keep clothes together. You remember sometimes my pocket squares used to be the bottom of my tie because I didn't have a pocket square. So what I used to do when things got rough, I would literally go open this part right here. You don't see it. I would cut about this much, open it all the way up, and wrap a napkin inside of it and throw it inside the pocket. And then I'd be sweating bullets. Like, why Bugatti ain't using this pocket square? Because it's not a pocket square. It's the bottom of my tie on the other side. You got to do what you got to do. I used to be in fashion background, help style AJ Free, a whole lot of style, a lot of rappers and stuff. And when you got to find some ways to make some stuff happen, sometimes you got to do it. You don't even think that you ever see me out here with a napkin right here when I got on the same corresponding tie. Have a napkin there in a minute and you wouldn't even know it. Let's get on over to Los Angeles, you guys, and Van Nuys. We got a multi-vehicle collision on 405 freeway where vehicles, they went off the freeway and leaving 5 people injured. I want to bring this story up because it's very important. You see a lot of people that are hurt right here with a lot of overturned cars and a lot of serious situations going on. That's why I keep on telling you guys, we got to be careful. We got to be careful out there. And there's nothing wrong with faking it till you make it, Ilana. And you know why? Because when you fake it till you make it, after you make it, you realize, you know what? I can actually make it. I don't got to make the fake stuff. I got so good at learning how to sew and doing certain stuff, I could actually make clothes, and I really do. I make my own pants, I redesign stuff, everything. And it makes you have different stuff than everybody else. I might cut my pants on the bottom and make them a bell bottom and put like a t-shirt logo inside of there just to have that graphic inside of there as it hits against the sneaker. You guys know how we do up in Harlem. We got to be different. Let's get on over to this situation over here, and we're definitely praying for everybody who was in this tragedy, and we're going to hope that everybody had a 100% recovery. We got to get on over to Van Nuys, you guys. This happened yesterday, and hopefully everyone's safe in this. My mama.
Okay.
As you guys, if you ever heard about the jaws of life, that is what is the actual, literally the jaws of life. It is a mechanism that firemen and rescue people put in between certain points that they can break doors open and try to rescue people. So that's why they call it the jaws of life. That's what it is up there that they're using to expand the door to get this last passenger out. As you guys can see, as they were walking up, there were a lot of people that were on the other side that were already hurt too. So an overturned Lexus, and these people are shaken up because they were just in a car accident.
Okay.
That's the jaws of life. Because it literally can rip through all of the points at the door that it needs to open at. It can rip the ceiling off at all 4 points to get the person out. So they're cutting all of the points of the mirrors, the window access areas to get the person out. And of course, they were in the accident, calling their family and letting everybody know what's going on. Thank you guys for the love. That's right, Kalesa, for the glove too. None but love. That's a steel blade. A steel blade cut through anything. Or should I say a diamond tip blade, diamond cut blade? So yeah, you guys, right in the mix of it, nothing but love and nothing but respect, 100% recovery we're praying for. And when I get you guys some more information about this, I definitely will be bringing it to you. Let's send nothing but healing. Let's send nothing but prayers, nothing but understanding, and prayers for all of the doctors so that they may have skillful hands as they do what they need to do to help these people to get their lives back together. And we're going to pray for a 100% recovery. And we ask that, Father God, in your name. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Because if you made it this far, I know we're looking at something pretty crazy right there. And I know you had enough. And yeah, it's about time. It's about time to get there. And shout out again to Littlefoots if you're in the building. This is a great piece that was made by Littlefoots. If you guys ever have any ideas of any pieces that you would like to send in for our bottom line, just got to break this down for you. He really went in on this one. I'm talking about the economy, America divided. Got situations over here where it's files all on the front of his desk with a border, economy, foreign policy, inflation, even some stuff that's hidden over there by the our bottom line logo that we had to actually put there. Stuff like politics, oil, and divided nations. I guess that was one of the other ones. But yes, you guys, if you guys have any ideas for thumbnails and things like that, send them on over to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Also economy, inflation, gas prices, food prices, and what we're actually dealing with right now. So yes, if you want to be a part of the show in many different ways, not just watching, and you got some ideas, yeah, go ahead and send over some thumbnails, some show ideas. And when you do that, we give you your credit. You see that right there? He didn't even sign that. I did that for Littlefoots. That's right, you guys, by Littlefoots. That's right. You know I love stuff like that? It lets me know that we're all on the same page and we all got an idea what's going on out here. It's another beautiful thing. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Ideas, show stuff, anything with the health and wellness segment, send it to the Discord, or you can send it right over to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Now, I love this part right here because it's about love. I used to be that kind. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a Pisces. Fell in love so many times. I'm talking about I used to be able to fall in love like this. He's in love again. Back in love again. Remember that song? Every time I move, I lose. Every time I don't know how the lyrics go. Every time I turn around, back in love. That's right. That's right. I used to be that. A lot of times nowadays they call you a sucker for love though. So, you know, a lot of people don't want to tell that. But yeah, I used to be that. Love, the love boat, soon we'll be making another run. I used to love it. Oh my God, all the time. Saving my money to take girls to the movies and going to McDonald's and stuff like that. That was a big thing for me. Mama taught me real good when it came down to that, to be honest with you guys. But let me just ask you guys, have you ever been in love? Have you remembered the first time you ever been in love? Did you know that you were addicted? Or you didn't want to admit it though, right? No matter if you're a girl or a boy, that way that you was feeling, that's right, you guys, had something to do with something in the brain. And guess what it's called? Dopamine. You know what's crazy about love that I found out in exploring this segment right here? Dopamine. It gets really rampant like a fireworks going on in your head, right? But for some reason, the frontal cortex seems like it goes dim. How does it seem like that, you guys? It's like we get blinded to the bad stuff. And we always wind up saying the same thing 3 months later. Oh my God, what happened? You're not the same person. Well, first of all, that was the representative. They got tired of coming to the show to act up. They came to work the third month like this. Like Carol Brunette coming on the show in the morning and you didn't even know that person, right? Oh yeah, sometimes it takes a little while for them to reveal their hand. But no, that's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about in love. We're talking about the way that you feel when you get mesmerized and it's like, I love her. You know, oh my God. I just love him. My love, do you ever dream of candy coated raindrops? You're the same, my candy. And then your homegirl coming over to you like, girl, you shouldn't even mess with him. I saw him talking to Sarah the other day. No, he wasn't. And you're not my friend no more. I don't want to listen to you no more. Let me tell you what that is. That's the fireworks going on in your head from the love. And that's this part right here that shuts down because you're in love. And it's not your fault. We've all been victims of it, you guys. So I want you to be honest. Let's be honest. The first time you ever fell in love, exciting and new, come aboard. We're expecting you, the Love Boat. Soon we'll be making another run. Tell the truth, you guys. You were mesmerized. You were off your feet. Nobody couldn't tell you jack. And it's okay because you had to take that first hit to get stronger. Yeah, because we could talk about that on the next episode. But on this episode, I want to let you guys know that there was nothing wrong with it and your brain was doing what your brain is supposed to do. Just being honest with you guys, love is something that you guys have to understand. It's a very strong expression. But when you're in love, it actually opens up those dopamine receptors. And what does it do? It makes you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in the front, where they could be, well, at least he ain't steal from me. Remember Pam? He never stole from me. Let's go, you guys. You remember Pam with the bad boyfriends? Let's get into it, you guys. What does your brain look like on love, exciting and new?
There's a chemical state almost identical to being on a powerful drug, and you have no say in it whatsoever. You think you are choosing how you feel. You are not. Your biology made the decision before your logic ever caught up.
Like when you see him and you be like, trying to hold yourself together. Or when you see her and you be like, I don't really care about her like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she cool. It's all right, no doubt. I see her over there. Yeah, why he over next to her though? Yeah, what you mean? Yeah, exactly. You know how y'all get. Stop it.
Here is what actually happens inside your brain the moment you fall. The second you see the person who triggers it, your brain floods with dopamine,
Yeah,
the
Liberty.
brain's primary reward chemical. This is the exact same chemical released by cocaine, nicotine, and gambling.
Justin trying to act like he ain't feel the same way. Went to YouTube. I'm calling out everybody. Angels, Collective, Liberty. Uh-oh, Liberty. Where my boy Casey at? You want to tell that story again? How you guys met each other on our bottom line? Love.
The same reward pathway, the same intense surge of craving and pleasure. This is not poetic exaggeration. Neuroscientist Helen Fisher scanned the brains of people deeply in love and found the same regions lighting up as in active addiction. Your brain on new love and your brain on a drug become genuinely difficult to tell apart on a...
Wearing the same clothes, and nobody better not say nothing wrong about her or him. Why, what's the problem? What's going on? Yeah, what? Yeah, you fall back on that. Don't be talking about her like that. Ooh, Liberty like Casey, ooh.
Scan. And while dopamine surges, another part of your brain quietly powers down.
Ah.
The prefrontal cortex, responsible for judgment, logic, and rational decision-making.
Just stupid in love, just crazy in love. Don't even know what you do. You can't even control yourself. And this scientifically proven. I hope they bring this up in court when they talking about, well, why did you set his clothes on fire? It's not my fault, Your Honor. This is scientifically proven.
Becomes significantly less active when you look at someone you love. Your brain deliberately lowers your rational thinking, so emotional attachment can take over faster. This is why the red flags suddenly stop looking red.
You don't look at it no more. You just let the love take over. So now, that front part, right? It's not paying attention. The dopamine is just going crazy with the fireworks. Y'all at the party like, you busting your best move. I'm saying you doing your hammer dance. You just killing it. You ain't think about getting tired or nothing like that, right? The first 2 months. But y'all know how it is after them 3 months, right? He start walking around. She go in the bathroom and take a crap in front of you. And all of a sudden, the party is kind of over, right? But no, let's stay in the fun part for a little while. This is the best part, right? So let's stay in the dopamine part.
Then your serotonin levels begin to crash. Researchers at the University of Pisa found that people newly in love had serotonin levels similar to patients with obsessive-compulsive disorder. This is the biology behind the intrusive thoughts, the replaying of conversations, the complete...
Man, how could she finish my sentences like that? Oh my God, we was on the phone for like 3 hours. I fell asleep. Remember the last time we talked? Man, her butt is so crazy. On the way she look when she do this. He is so, that's that replay. And that's all you see. That's why all of this is gone at this point. We all did it. You're bananas at this point.
The inability to stop thinking about one single person. You were never crazy. Your brain chemically locked onto them and entered obsession mode by design. At the same time, your body floods with adrenaline and norepinephrine, the stress chemicals. This is the racing heart, the sweaty palms, the butterflies.
Soon as you see her or him, like you come around the scene or y'all get to work and you see that person, or when they walk up and it's like, even when you with somebody, like when you somewhere by yourself and you see your boyfriend, you start to smile, or your girlfriend, you still got a little bit of that there. But in the beginning, woo, what's up, baby? How you doing? Oh my God, where you at? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
The breathlessness when they walk into the room. Your body responds to love the way it responds to danger. Your cortisol also rises in early love. Your body is in a heightened, almost stressed state, hyper-focused entirely on one person. And then there is oxytocin, released through closeness and touch, the bonding chemical that deepens attachment and pulls you closer over time. Every racing heart thought you could not switch off was one of the most powerful chemical programs the human body can run. This intense early phase does not last forever. Over time, the dopamine storm settles, and oxytocin and deeper bonding take over, turning that high into something calmer and more lasting.
And then you start realizing when this part starts lightening up and it starts to be a little bit paying attention a little while, man, he ain't even all that. Man, she did the blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden stuff starts compounding. And then you start thinking a little bit more, and the party ain't going as much. And that's when you guys start saying, things have changed. How come it's not the same like it was in the first 3 months? Yeah, it's not your fault, you guys. It's human nature. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Human nature.
You were never overreacting when you fell in love. You were biochemical, flooded, rewired, and temporarily addicted to another human being by your own brain. Follow body protocols.
Follow body protocols, you guys. You know what we do around here? This is the health and wellness section. Ain't it beautiful how we can find a topic that everybody want to talk about? Had to do it to you guys real quick just to let you know. Independents, conservatives, Republicans, and conservatives all talked about that topic. Aha! All of you guys talked about it together, and there was no arguments. Ha! Now you have a choice. You got a choice right now between one of two things. I'm going to tell you guys right now. I'm going to just get right to it because we got two phenomenal opportunities right now. We could play both of them if you guys want to stick around. I don't mind having a long engagement, but we got a choice right now because we got two other stories coming from two phenomenal people. We got Liberty up right now. We got your story right up right now, Liberty, about toxic toilet paper brands to avoid at all costs. That's right. We can do that story right now. We can do Liberty's story right now, which is toxic toilet paper brands to avoid at all costs. Or we could do Money Tree's story as well. Money Tree's got a really good story when it comes in today. Money Tree's story is basically, let me tell you what Money Tree's story is right now. Money Tree's got, what do you got over here, Money Tree? Did you have the science behind processed foods and the impact on our health? Because we could do that. We probably need to do that and stay up on top of that. Liberty, do you mind if okay, let's do it like this. Toxic toilet paper brands. Let's choose toxic toilet paper brands or the science behind ultra processed foods and the impact on our health. You guys get a chance to choose toxic toilet paper brands by label and by brand, or science behind ultra processed foods and their impact on our health. You guys get a chance to pick. Toxic toilet paper. That's what it was, not toxic food. It was toxic toilet paper or the science behind ultra processed foods and the impact on our health. If we don't play one today, we will play it tomorrow. If you guys want to thug it and play both of them, we'll play both of them today. Which one you guys want to do? Toilet paper or the other one? Okay, I see toilet paper. Let's get it all. Liberty says, let's get it, y'all. Okay, science today, toilet paper tomorrow. So what toilet paper's winning right now? I know, right? That's why it's hard and I didn't want to do it by myself. And I love you guys. We're going to do it together. You guys want to thug it? I see some people that want to thug it out and do both. Damn. Toilet paper and toilet paper and the other one about the science behind ultra processed foods and their impact on our health. If I stop talking, we can just get it. Let's do them both. We're going to go into it right now. Let's do the toxic toilet paper brands to avoid. Let's do them both, you guys. Let's go. I'm not even going to play around with it. I'm getting right into it because I think that you guys do need to know about this because everybody wipe their butt. They're going to start off with Angel Soft too. That's what I'm trying to say. I got to do the homework on these things when you guys bring them in. Let's knock them out and get them done though because they're both important. We got brands to avoid. Toxic toilet paper brands to avoid at all costs. Irritating what they're doing to your skin as well as what they're made with. Right after this, that's what we're going to get into, you guys. We got the science behind ultra processed foods and their impact on our health. Let's get into it right now, you guys. Toxic toilet paper brands. And you know the way I like to do this? I like to do it like this. I want to know what type of toilet papers you guys are already using. Why do we do that? Because we want to put them on blast and then we know not to mess with they no more. That's right, you guys. Let's put them on blast. Marcal. White Marcal is in the bathroom right now. I use Marcal, Marcal. I use Marcal toilet paper. Which ones do you guys use? And let's get into it right now. We're not even going to play around. Let's do it right now. And remember, your brain on love looks like addiction. And I make sure that I keep on putting these all in the Discord. And yes, we have a Discord. This way, if you don't want to watch the entire video to see these health benefits, you can go straight to the Discord and look at every single one of them stacked up back to back from every one of our segments. So yes, I'm going to put your brain on love looks like addiction in the Discord. And we running with Liberty right now. Let's do what we got to do when it comes down to that toxic toilet paper, Liberty.
Times a day. And it's slowly poisoning your body through your...
No, the first sentence is important on this one too. Let's get everything.
You touch it every single day, multiple times a day, and it's slowly poisoning your body through your skin's most absorbent areas without you even realizing it. That harmless roll sitting in your bathroom right now could be the reason behind your mysterious rashes, recurring infections, and unexplained irritation that doctors can't seem to diagnose. Today, we're exposing the 11 toilet paper brands that are secretly destroying your health and why the chemicals hiding in those soft sheets are more dangerous than you ever imagined.
Now, this information is being given to us for us to do commentary on. We're going to be breaking into it to just do our narratives. None of this information that we actually did any homework on. So I'm not going to tell you guys that any of the claims that are made by our bottom line. Pure information that we've done research on from this video here. If you guys want to look in depth any more about these videos, please check further into the brands. I would tell you guys to look into the ingredients, especially when it comes down to bleaches, dyes, and any sort of chemicals that are made in order for the bonding or the production of these products due to the fact that they have to go on our skin. Also, because of this, I started paying attention to other things. Please pay attention to your earrings and your earring backs. Anything that you're putting in your ears or your earring backs, want to make sure that they're clean. Also, make sure that it's gold because you don't want any rust or anything like that to be on your jewelry because stuff like that can get inside of your bloodstream. You do not want anything like that in your bloodstream when it comes down to metals and things like that, negative stuff like that. Something that I just thought that we can call out as well. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen. Let's get to work. Let's subscribe. It's the health and wellness section.
Let's start with number 11 on our list. Angel Soft with fresh lavender scent.
The scent, the natural fragrance, already know when you hear something like that, how is it possible for it to be scented? Already know it's a chemical, and under natural, they can hide too many different topics. Good call, Liberty. Good one on this.
The name sounds gentle, almost therapeutic, like you're wrapping yourself in a cloud of calming lavender every time you use the bathroom. But here's what they don't tell you on that pastel purple packaging. Those artificial fragrances contain a cocktail of phthalates and synthetic musks that are classified as endocrine disruptors. These compounds don't just sit on the surface of your skin. They absorb directly into your bloodstream through the highly permeable tissue in your intimate areas.
So now you wiping chemicals, yeah, you feel that little sting, yeah.
interfering with your hormone regulation in ways that can take years to manifest. For anyone taking thyroid medication or hormone replacement therapy, this is where things get terrifying. These fragrance chemicals can reduce the effectiveness of your medications by up to 30%, without you having any idea why your symptoms are returning. The lavender scent also contains acetaldehyde, a probable carcinogen that causes respiratory irritation.
You guys heard that, right? Formaldehyde, right? Formaldehyde, right? You heard that, right? Okay.
But wait until you hear what's in number 10. White Cloud toilet paper, sold at Walmart as their premium house brand, positions itself as a step above their basic options. The packaging looks clean and trustworthy with its white and blue design, making you believe you're getting quality. But manufacturing reports tell a completely different story. This brand uses a chemical cocktail of brightening agents, fragrances, and antimicrobial treatments that create the perfect storm for allergic reactions. People with multiple chemical sensitivity have reported debilitating reactions, including migraines, skin rashes, and respiratory distress. One woman thought she was having a stroke from the severe headaches, only to discover her toilet paper was the culprit. At number...
Toilet paper, you guys. So you really got to be careful about the lotion, everything that touches your skin and your body. This is our biggest organ right here, especially the lotions, especially stuff like that, and the soaps. Especially take care of and look under that. If it says natural, be careful because a lot of that natural stuff has over 300 different chemicals that can be under it. And if it's colored, 9 times out of 10, it's petroleum based is what the colors come from. It's a derivative of a petroleum base.
Number 9, we have Kirkland's Signature Bath Tissue from Costco. This seems like the smart bulk buy for anyone trying to save money and stock up. But that massive package might be the worst purchase you ever made. Consumer Reports describe severe allergic reactions, including hives and chemical burns, after switching to this brand. The proprietary blend of softening agents includes quaternary ammonium compounds, which are known irritants for sensitive skin and mucous membranes.
So this is what they use to try to keep it soft. The soft angel soft. That's what makes the cotton, make the toilet paper soft. But look at all these chemicals that they're using. Look at all of that stuff, environmentally friendly, non-irritating, I don't want that stuff rubbing up against my culo, you know what I'm saying? No, thank you.
Here's what makes this particularly dangerous for anyone managing diabetes. These chemicals can delay the healing of any minor skin tears or irritation, turning small problems into persistent wounds that refuse to close. Independent laboratory testing found that Kirkland's septic safe claim doesn't hold up. The sheets don't break down as advertised, and the extra binders used to achieve this contain formaldehyde-releasing preservatives that your body absorbs through direct skin contact. Coming in at number 8 is Presto, Amazon's budget toilet paper brand. The convenience seems perfect. Click a button and it arrives at your...
It reminds you of something, like the water, the cheaper the stuff, because think about this, they have the consumers, they have the consumer base. So instead of them just selling what they buy or like other people's products, why don't they get smart and sell their own stuff and try to beat the prices? So instead of just selling all Cottonelle, instead of all Scott's, they have their own proprietary brands as well. They try to beat the price, and since they already have a whole bunch of lock on the industry, they sell so much of it, and people think, oh, it's so cheap, let's get the store brand. Why is the store brand cheaper though? A lot of Kirkland stuff is good when it comes down to the store brands though. This one here, I can't give them an A on this.
Your door automatically through subscribe and save. No store trips, no heavy packages to carry. But consumer watchdog groups have flagged Presto for containing some of the highest levels of PFAS, also known as forever chemicals, among major brands. These compounds don't break down in your body. They accumulate over time, and they've been directly linked to kidney disease, thyroid dysfunction, and immune system damage. For anyone already managing these conditions, additional PFAS exposure can accelerate decline and worsen symptoms you thought were under control. The thin, scratchy texture causes excessive friction and potential injury to delicate tissue. And when you're older, skin that used to heal quickly simply doesn't anymore. Manufacturing oversight is minimal compared to established brands, leading to alarming batch-to-batch inconsistency. You
guys still didn't tell me your brands now. Come on now, tell me your brands. I see a lot of people talking about other stuff. Y'all talking about everybody else comments or whatever. What brands do we use here, you guys? I already told you first. I told you first. Come on now. What is the brands that you guys use? Let me know. Let's go. Let me know what brands you guys use.
Never quite know what you're getting. One month the product might be relatively clean, the next month it could be loaded with contaminants that seep into your system. At number 7, Scott 1000.
I got caught with this plenty of times, especially when you go into the corner store. Boppy be having them all stacked up on the ice box. Go up there with the stick and you grab one, right? We all know, you know how that happens sometimes, right? Especially if you live in the hood.
Single-ply budget option is a staple in many households trying to stretch their money as far as possible. The no-frills packaging suggests honesty and straightforward value. But those ultra-thin sheets are treated with harsh chemicals to prevent tearing, including optical brighteners that can trigger allergic reactions in sensitive individuals. When you hold a sheet up to light, it looks almost translucent. Paper-thin in the most literal sense. People with eczema or psoriasis report significant flare-ups after switching to this brand, with itching and cracked skin that takes weeks to heal. The thinness means more.
And that's the worst place to have itching and cracked skin. You feel what I'm saying? That's like having some fake hemorrhoids back there. So yeah, you guys don't think this is important, but trust me, it is. What you wipe with is very important.
Contact pressure and friction, increasing the risk of micro tears and delicate skin, especially for those with circulation issues. When your skin doesn't heal as quickly as it used to, even tiny injuries become serious problems that can take months to fully resolve. Laboratory analysis has detected phthalates in the paper at levels 41% higher than the industry average. These chemicals are known to disrupt endocrine function and worsen cardiovascular conditions. For anyone managing heart disease or thyroid problems, this daily exposure adds up.
This is very important, you guys. I'm telling you.
Accumulating in your system faster than your aging body can eliminate it. But there's more you need to know about what's touching your body. Number 6 is Cottonelle. This brand markets itself as dermatologist tested and safe for sensitive skin.
Watch this.
With packaging that radiates trustworthiness. The clean ripple tech.
Now for years we've been trusting Cottonelle. For years. Just like we've been trusting Scott.
Texture looks innovative and silent.
But that's the trick, you guys. What happens is they stop being a company that cares about products. They get bought out by these like conglomerates, and then they go, oh, yo, you know what? Let these guys make it. Let them mill it cheaper. We don't care. We just want to make the money off the name and just keep on pimping the name out. Then they cash out, sell it. They don't care. They're just doing like a shell game, just making a whole bunch of money off these brands.
Science-backed, as if doctors themselves recommended it. But in 2020, the brand issued a massive recall due to bacterial contamination with Pluralibacter zergovii that could cause urinary tract infections and other serious issues.
So a lot of times when people think they're doing something to themselves to get themselves the UTIs or whatever, it's not always just you guys and what you're eating. Sometimes it's the products that we actually using to clean ourselves with or even wash our hands with, believe it or not.
Imagine reaching for your toilet paper one morning, not knowing that invisible bacteria are coating every sheet.
Also, Audrey, that's what we're talking about. It does cause it. That's what we're trying to tell you about. The chemicals that are actually in it does cause that word. Yes, it does. Cancer.
Waiting to transfer to your body. The recall affected over 2 million packages of wipes manufactured between February and September of that year. Even after the recall, consumer reports continued surfacing about mysterious rashes and burning sensations after use. People described feeling like they'd been exposed to something caustic.
And the sad part about that is a lot of people use that on babies, baby wipes. They'll use that for a kid. And next thing you know, you give your baby a rash, thinking it's the baby with the rash. Gotta watch out what we're putting on our skin, you guys. And I'm glad we're bringing this to light because now we can start paying attention to more than one thing. It's not just about us, it's about what we put on our bodies and what we're using. Derivative of carcinogens and things like that. Carcinogens lead to what? Cancer. Also, anything with these crazy colors, anything with these crazy colors, because they use petroleum-based things to make these colors. Yellow number, whatever, red dye number, whatever, all petroleum-based, cancerous.
Burning that intensified over hours. The raised ripple texture, advertised as superior for cleaning, can actually harbor bacteria if manufacturing standards slip even slightly, creating pockets where microorganisms hide and multiply. For anyone on blood thinners or immune-suppressing medications, contaminated toilet paper isn't just uncomfortable. It's genuinely dangerous and potentially life-threatening. At number 5, Quilted Northern. Television ads show families smiling while the product looks thick and luxurious, as if you're
They do commercials on Northern all the time. Northern all the time.
Yourself in premium fabric. The raised diamond pattern catches your eye on store shelves, suggesting quality and care. Yet multiple production batches have been flagged for containing chlorine bleach residues, far exceeding safe levels for prolonged skin contact. Sometimes you can detect a faint chemical smell when you tear off a sheet, like swimming pool water mixed with something sharper and more industrial. Anyone with kidney issues or those taking diuretics face heightened risk, as chlorine compounds can exacerbate urinary inflammation and worsen existing conditions. Dermatologists have reported increasing cases of contact dermatitis linked to heavily bleached toilet paper, with patients presenting red, inflamed skin that burns to the touch. One dermatologist noted a 34% increase in such cases over just 2 years. The quilted texture meant to feel luxurious actually traps more chemicals between layers, pressing them directly against your body with every use. Independent lab tests found formaldehyde traces in certain production runs.
Formaldehyde, you do not want that in a sensitive area like your culo. You feel me? At an entry or exit point, you don't want that there. Come on now. And a lot of people like to wipe really good. Some people wet the paper, and then that's even transferring it even more because now it's wet. You feel me? Let's be honest about this. Might as well start washing your butt the way you used to with a wash rag. Throw it in the washing machine.
Carcinogen and skin irritant that has absolutely no business being anywhere near your bathroom. For people with sensitive skin or chronic conditions, each use becomes a gamble with your health and comfort. Here's where things get even more disturbing. Number 4 is Great Value Ultra Strong from Walmart. The price
Just because the price is good doesn't mean that it's good. Watch this one.
is attractive, the packaging basic but functional, sitting on the bottom shelf as the budget option that promises to do the job.
And then you're looking at the bottom shelf like, oh, these are some real big ones here. We can get this whole thing right here. Great value water, great value this, great value that. That's only them going to the cheap manufacturing company saying, hey, we got this many stores. We got a company called Great Value. We want our own paper, our own this, our own that. What's the cheapest you can make it for? Oh yeah, well, if you want the good stuff, no. We ain't worrying about all that. Just give us whatever you want, we could throw our brand on. Now, I'm not trying to make no claims against people. Sometimes that's how they get down. Just keep on going. Buyers beware.
But manufacturing shortcuts only come to light when something goes wrong. Reports from production facilities reveal inconsistent quality control, with some batches containing wood splinters and unprocessed fiber fragments that should never make it into a finished product. Imagine discovering a splinter in the last place you'd ever want one, a sharp piece of wood embedded in delicate tissue. For anyone with sensitive rectal tissue or those recovering from surgery, these fragments can cause painful abrasions or infections requiring medical treatment.
You mean to tell me they found splinters in the toilet paper? Are you serious? The worst place to find some splinters?
The bleaching process leaves higher than average dioxin residues, compounds linked to immune system suppression, and increased cancer risk over time. Consumer complaints frequently mention unusual chemical smells, a sharp, acrid odor that fills the bathroom, and burning sensation.
Angel said this is health item, so soon in New York City you can just steal it, boo. No, you can't, because if you go into CVS, you gotta go press the button. Doom, doom. Customer needs help in the inflammation area, in the health and wellness area. You know how that go. Boom, boom. Customer needs help in the toilet paper area.
During use. People describe it as smelling like bleach mixed with something sour, an unnatural scent that lingers on your hands even after washing. One couple reported that both of them developed urinary tract infections within the same week of switching to Great Value.
See?
Something their doctor said was highly unusual.
See?
Coming in at number 3 is Charmin Ultra Strong. The cute bear mascot and Enjoy the Go slogan suggest.
Come on now, you know Charmin, you get it all. Charmin is the best. It leaves nothing behind, right? Come on, y'all, let's see what it leaves behind.
Carefree comfort and family friendliness. The commercials are playful, making you feel like this is a product designed with your well-being in mind. But beneath the marketing lies a different reality. The ultra-strong formula relies on synthetic binders and resins that don't fully break down, leading to plumbing issues and, more critically, lingering chemical residue on skin.
So you mean to tell me this thing's so bad it messed up the toilet? I'm good on Charmin. If it can't take, how I'm supposed to trust it if it messes up the toilet? Know what it's going to do to my pipes.
People with hemorrhoids or rectal sensitivity report increased pain and irritation after use, turning a daily necessity into a source of dread. Some describe feeling like they're wiping with coated paper, Something that
I'll pass. No thanks on the cardboard. That's like back in the days when we was broke and they had no toilet paper. My mother used to say, go and get that Daily News. Oh, you think I don't know how to do it? Trying to soften up the newspaper. Man, it was rough back in the day, man. We wasn't even in the woods. In there like this with the newspaper trying to soften it up. Be doing this. Yeah, I don't care what y'all say. Somebody out there did it. Don't even lie. Somebody, they didn't want to lie. All that ink on your knuckles. Doing this with the newspaper. Because if you keep doing it, it gets softer. Keep doing this. With the newspaper. Go get me another sheet. Or the toilet paper. No, that Daily News out of there. Act like y'all know what I'm talking about. That's how broke some people was. Stop it. There you go. There you go.
leaves behind a film that won't rinse away. The brand uses fragrances to...
I wonder what that Daily News ink was doing to your butt back then, right? We over here worried about this. What was that paper and that Daily News special edition ink doing to your butt? Oh.
Mask chemical odors, but those same fragrances contain allergens linked to respiratory issues and skin reactions. For anyone with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease or asthma, even indirect exposure during bathroom use can trigger breathing difficulties, coughing fits, or wheezing that last for hours. Independent testing found that Charmin's stronger sheets contain higher concentrations of volatile organic compounds compared to competitors.
No thank you, Charmin. And again, we have not tested any of this stuff. We don't know if it's true, but they have done their test. And if you guys want to look into any of this stuff, you can run this video back again. And I would suggest that you Google a lot of the claims to see if there's anything that actually comes up on the topics and the claims that they're saying. That's the way we can start off research. Let's go.
But we're not done yet. The top two will shock you. At number 2, we have 7th Generation. Marketed as eco-friendly and chemical-free, this brand appeals to health-conscious consumers worried about toxins in their daily lives. The brown recycled paper and environmental messaging make you feel good about your purchase, as if you're protecting both yourself and the planet.
Now, I've used this before thinking it was good. 7th Generation. Brown paper thinking it's okay, but then I had to find out about it as well.
But recent investigations revealed that some unbleached varieties still undergo chemical processing that leaves behind industrial residues they don't advertise. The rough recycled texture can cause microabrasions in people with thin skin or poor circulation, creating tiny entry points for bacteria. It feels scratchy and coarse, like wiping with cardboard that hasn't been processed enough. And finally, the absolute worst offender at number 1, plain unscented Angel Soft.
And we never would think that, right? See the name that they use? Because why? It's a product. It's not about them giving us something that works. It's about the product selling. Just keep on remember that. It sucks that we got to worry about stuff like that. Food, same way. If it doesn't give you nutrients, vitamins, minerals, or help anything grow, it is not food. It is a product. And the only thing they do lastly with that last finger, all they care about is the shelf life, because they can stay up on that shelf until they get their money. Let's go.
Yes, the same brand appears twice on this list, but the unscented version earns the top spot for a specific reason. Laboratory testing revealed traces of BPA in the paper fibers, a chemical linked to hormone disruption and cardiovascular issues. For anyone already managing blood pressure or taking heart medications, BPA exposure can interfere with treatment effectiveness, quietly sabotaging the very medications you depend on. Consumer complaints consistently mention unexplained skin irritation and urinary tract discomfort after use. One woman reported a burning sensation that lasted for days, describing the feeling as if her skin was on fire, a stinging that wouldn't go away. It's independently certified by dermatologists as safe for sensitive skin, and has become the choice for healthcare facilities that prioritize patient safety. Your health depends on what you put on and in your body, including what touches your most sensitive areas multiple times every day.
So just so you guys know, a lot of times around here, we like to have the solutions to the problems and give you guys a better idea and a better alternative. This video did not have that. I do apologize. I'm gonna have to find a totally separate video. But in my own research, I did find one that was actually pretty good with none of these chemicals in it. Actually, it's a really good brand. I'll actually show it to you guys too. Check this out real quick. You guys want to do some homework on this brand. You actually know about this brand and you probably heard about it before. So let's go ahead and get into it real quick and let me show you. Very easy word to show you. It's an entire paper company, and could that be the reason why it's actually good toilet paper? Yep, that's right, you guys. Marcal. 1,000 sheets tissue paper roll. That's the type of toilet tissue that we use. It's very refreshing. I mean, well, not refreshing, but it's affordable is the word that I do want to say. No bleaches and hard dyes and stuff like that. Actually made by a paper company. Solely the only thing that they actually do. So I use the old school that's still proven effective, you guys. That's right, old school Marcal. Take it back to the old school, guys. Sometimes you might as well keep it going. Not only that, anytime you want to have pasta, I'm just going to give you an extra. If you think you want to have pasta and you want to have some real good pasta, it goes back to the old school again. I mean, you can bring it up to the DeCecco, D-E-C-E-C-C-O. That's pretty good. But again, with the red, white, and blue, that's right, you guys. Muller's. Remember Muller's from back in the days? M-U-E-L-L-E-R-S. Muller's pasta. One of the best pastas that you can actually buy. It's really real good, real pasta, and it's not enriched. And again, one of the safe plays that I do know about that is a real good one when it comes to the toilet paper, safe and sound, I only would use the Marcal. This video is called the 11 toxic toilet paper brands to avoid at all costs. The 11 toxic toilet paper brands to avoid at all costs and irritating your skin. It's going to be inside of the Discord as well as a link for you guys to check out the Marcal as well. If you guys want to check that out, let me know, because yeah, I promised you both of them and we're going to keep on moving forward because you wanted both of them. Extended version today, extended version. Dr. Eric Berg, let's see what the doctor has to say for us, you guys. If y'all want to keep on doing it, let's keep on going. You guys got all the brands and you guys got the information. I see that a couple of you guys weren't paying too much of attention or whatever, but hopefully you guys will go back in and check the video out again. And again, I do appreciate you guys paying attention to the topics, because when you're in the mix and we're actually paying attention, it really plays back well for the next person when we play it back again later on. Some topics are about news that probably evolve and go into other things. Health and wellness section is going to be able to stand alone because it's a lot of real information that actually is pertinent and can be used moving forward. But we like to try to get as much information from you guys while we're doing it, because it makes much more better for the experience as well as the second time when somebody else is watching it again. Believe it or not. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We working. Y'all working today, we working. Let's see what the doctor has for us. How to detoxify your lungs. That's right, you guys. We talked about it in internal organs. We talked about carcinogens. We talk about cancer. We talk about a lot of different things. But guess what? Did you know that you don't have to smoke cigarettes in order to get lung cancer? Did you know that you can get lung cancer from the pollution in the air, from your job, from riding a train, from a lot of different things, from another part of your body having cancer and your lung being inflamed, which brings it on? That's basically telling the cancer, come on, I'm sick over here. Come on and latch on to me. We learned about that, right? So yes, inflammation supports cancer. So we like to stay away from that. So the lungs are very important, you guys. And understand, you do not have to smoke cigarettes in order to have lung cancer. So yes, one of the most hated things that we do not like around here, we want to report it. It's called lung cancer. And we're going to get into this, how to detoxify your lungs before it gets to that stage. Now, you could have bad lungs. It can already be in further stages. Again, any information that you get from us over here, please make sure you check in with your doctors of any repairs or any medications or any sort of spices, minerals, or anything that the doctor tells you. He's going to say the same thing, because you could be on a regimen or your doctor could have you, on certain medications yourself. But yes, continuing moving forward with the health and wellness section. I actually really like this video too. Come on, you guys, let's get into it. Dr. Eric Berg, how to detoxify your lungs and why it's so important. About 7 minutes, you guys. Trust me, it's worth it. Well, 9. Let's go.
How to detoxify your lungs. What is the best way? Okay, we're talking about detoxifying pollution, the chemicals from smoking. And by the way, since you probably already know this, but there's 7,000 chemicals in cigarette smoke. 250 are harmful and 69 actually are carcinogenic.
And one of them are radioactive.
I mean, there's even a radioactive element in smoking. You have ammonia, you have formaldehyde, hydrogen cyanide, and even cadmium, which is a heavy metal. And you have first-hand smoking, and then you have second-hand smoking, right? But there's also third-hand smoking. All the chemical particles that end up like on furniture, clothing that you come in contact with as well. And of course, the goal of you probably watching this is to reduce your risk of cancer and things like that. But there's another big problem that is associated with smoking, and that is COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. 12 million people in the United States have COPD.
12 million people have COPD.
So I'm going to share some information on how to prevent that, and if you have it, what to do to improve it. But smoking is not the only issue here. You have pollution in the air, you have cleaning supply chemicals, you have mold and mildew in your house. You even have something called radon gas that can actually affect your lungs.
So don't think it's just coming from cigarettes, you guys. You got that coming from the back pollution when you're walking in the city, going through the cars, going through all this pollution and stuff. Yeah.
And then also if we compound that with pre-existing infections to the lung, it can lead to some major.
God bless your Nana, Kalesiv. She lost her Nana and from breathing issues on March 25th. God bless your Nana, Kalesiv.
Problems. And just so you know, like lung cancer doesn't always come from smoking. It can be referred, or they call it spread, from other organs. And so if your lung has inflammation in it, okay, it becomes a target for cancer.
And it's an invite. You guys, we've been around here long enough, especially the people that's been here a long time. You know that once something becomes inflamed or something becomes sick or hurt or a bruise, that's when cancer can come, or anything that has to do with inflammation. That's what we got to remember. Inflammation, it invites cancer.
Because cancer tends to spread in areas of inflammation. So the key thing with this video is all about inflammation in the lung and how to reduce it. Because anytime you have inflammation, you then get scar tissue, fibrosis, and then it gets to a point where it becomes irreversible. So when a toxin comes in contact with your lung tissue, it irritates it. It's going to start creating inflammation. And then over time, if there's a chronic exposure to that toxin, you start developing fibrosis. And you also, at the same time, get a lowered amount of your own antioxidants that are there to protect the lung. So you have this insult or free radical damage situation, and a lowering of the protective mechanism of your own body's antioxidants goes down. But what a lot of people don't realize is that these chemicals that go into the lung go systemic. They don't stop at the lung.
That's why they say, when he says systemic, that's why when you, like my friend that lost his life, he died of prostate cancer. It wasn't just in one part of his body. Instead of saying spread, he's saying systemic. That's when it gets to other arteries and other parts of the body, because that one part is already hurt and it's already sick. It's going to pass on that cancer. If another part of your body is inflamed and it's sick, it's going to just go right to it systemically.
And a lot of them end up in the liver. So the liver is at the heart of the detoxification system. So it's going to take those poisons that are in cigarettes or pollution, and it's going to dismantle them, hopefully.
But if the liver is inflamed and the liver's in trouble, now you got cancer of the liver. So now that's what we're talking about.
And it does this through a series of enzyme interactions called phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 detoxification enzymes. But it gets to a point where it becomes overloaded, where the liver cannot keep up with this, especially if it's a chronic exposure to these.
You got somebody in here saying that lymphatic cleanse is, if able, a lymphatic cleanse if you're able. Okay.
Chemicals, the liver starts to develop inflammation. It can even develop fat from inflammation. As you
Anybody ever hear about fatty liver? That's that water that goes into it and starts to absorb. Fatty liver.
filled up the lungs with chemicals and pollution, it can end up in the arteries and create a lot of heart problems. But I think the key note here is chronic exposure, okay? Chronic exposure, not exposure here and there that your liver can easily deal with this, but it's just a routine chronic exposure over a long period of time. That's where we have a problem. Let's jump right into what to do about it. There's some really interesting data.
That's why we love Dr. Berg. He always tells us what we can do about it, right? To try to turn, not to try to end it, but at least try to maintain. And remember what doctors do, you guys. A lot of times they're not trying to tell you that they're successful at curing something. A doctor's success sometimes is, well, I got you 5 extra years. We got you extra 10 years. That's success to them and medically.
On probably one of the best protective remedies for your lung as well as the liver.
How many of you guys already know it? Come on, you guys. I think I know somebody that know it. What else can we use that's going to help when it comes down to the liver, or some sort of nutrient thing that we can take, whether it's a vegetable, whether it's a fruit? Does anybody have any idea? Anybody got any idea? I'm gonna say it in a kind of different way. When you really on some gangster stuff and you step out and represent, you be on your thug thizzle. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be on their thug thizzle. So instead of the thug thizzle, you should use milk thistle. Let's go, guys. Let's do it.
And it's very different than what you're going to find when you do searches on detoxifying your lungs.
Okay.
Because normally they're going to talk about, herbs that help you stop coughing, might decrease swelling. But this other herb that I'm going to mention is probably the most potent, not just because what it can do for your lung, but what it can do for your liver. And that herb is milk thistle. Milk thistle is one of the best antidotes to poison. So if you poison yourself from either a snake bite or a poisonous mushroom or toxins, or you're just taking medications, you should be taking milk thistle to
Pay attention. Snake bites, other poisons, milk thistle, even while you're taking other stuff. And yes, ask a doctor, is this going to help while I'm taking this other stuff too? Don't just take it.
protect the liver. Well, it just so happens that that same protection occurs in your lungs as well. So if you have COPD, or you're a smoker, or you're trying to repair your lungs, milk thistle is what you want to start taking, because milk thistle is...
You mean to tell me you had a chance to pick some milk thistle when you didn't pick them, Jack? Wait a minute, damn Mike, I know I should have picked them when I had a chance. You didn't pick them, Jack? I mean, Mike? I mean, we talking to Mike. Yeah, but you didn't pick them?
It's one of the best anti-inflammatories. It's the best protector against toxins.
I know you tight right now.
It's a really good remedy if you have COPD, and also any type of liver problem.
Especially when it's natural.
Number 2, tocotrienols. This is a type of vitamin E that's like 50 times stronger than your regular vitamin E, called the tocopherols. So tocotrienols are all about getting rid of free radical damage. It's a very powerful antioxidant. It's a very powerful anti-inflammatory, and it's especially good to prevent fibrosis. So
Tocotrienol.
that stage where you go from inflammation to scar tissue. There's a lot of data that talks about tocotrienol helping prevent scar tissue in your arteries and then the liver, but also in your lungs. So tocotrienols are a number 2 remedy, especially to reduce inflammation.
We did an episode on the wildflowers and they were in there. We did that a couple of, like 3 months ago. We had the milk thistle in there. And that was definitely one of the parts where they said you cut it out and eat the inside. We had the milk thistle in there.
And number 3, vitamin D. You want to take this probably in 20,000 IUs. The vitamin D is a very...
And again, I always try to make sure that you guys watch out on the IUs, on anything that they're telling you. Well, I saw this on YouTube, and let the doctor call you out. Is this good for me to do? And then you ask him, because he may tell you yes or give you an alternative.
Powerful anti-inflammatory, and it's really good for COPD, any type of lung inflammation, as well as any autoimmune diseases.
Wow.
Now, there's some interesting links between COPD and autoimmune. You may have antibodies against your own lung tissue if you have COPD. And this is something you'd have to have tested, but I want to bring it up because it is an issue. And if you have antibodies that are creating this inflammation in your lungs, this goes beyond just being exposed to toxins. This is your immune system that's misidentifying your lungs as a pathogen. Vitamin D is going to be very important, and this additional remedy. So if you have antibodies against your own lung tissue, I'm going to recommend a product from another company that I'm not affiliated with. It's called Standard Process, and the product is called Pneumotrophin PMG.
Now that's when you know a doctor's on his thing and he cares. When he's recommending something else and he sells his own products.
You just take one of those before bed, and that can potentially act as a decoy. So these antibodies can then attack it and not your lungs, giving your lungs a chance to heal and regenerate.
When you're sleeping, you get it? Regeneration is when you're sleeping, that 12 to 3, that 3 hours in, when you're in that deep sleep, that 3 hours, it takes you about 3 hours to get into that cognitive, that real deep sleep, you guys. And that's the point of time when your body is actually repairing itself. That's why he said take it before you go to bed. This way it can actually be like a deterrent. It goes after that while the liver is healing and repairing itself. That's why let's say get good sleep when you're in the hospital, when you're in the emergency room and stuff like that, because sleep is a major healing factor. What else is a good healing factor to help along with healing? Vegetables, fruits, nuts, all sorts of things that they give you in the hospital that you don't want to eat at home. You know what I'm talking about, right? I don't want that apple, but meanwhile they're giving it to you for a reason. And they only give you what you're supposed to have when you're in there. Well, supposedly, right? The right types of vitamins. And yes, you guys, if y'all want to check this out, this is Dr. Eric Berg. Coming to the end, I think we're already there, but let's see what he's going to wrap up with.
Now, since we're on the topic of good herbs to prevent inflammation, I think it would probably be appropriate to learn a little bit more about this milk thistle. And for that, you should check this video right here.
Okay, so now Dr. Eric Berg then gave us some homework, not tomorrow, maybe a day or two down the line. I love this. Why? Because I don't gotta go looking. I got it right there for me. So yes, we're gonna follow up with the milk thistle because we want to go into the details and see what it's about and what it really has to give us to offer. That's right, you guys. How to detoxify your lungs. That was one of our favorite doctors, Dr. Eric Berg. 100% permission from Dr. Berg as well as Dr. Tracy. That's why we rock with them like that, because they really want you to get that information. It's not just about the bread. So yes, Dr. D-R-E-R-I-C-B-E-R-G, how to detoxify your lungs, and that will also be inside of the Discord today, right there in that link right after where it says my name and the Cash App. You hit that Discord, go over and join. I'm going to go over there, boop, and invite you. I'm going to open the door for you guys. That was the health and wellness section, extended. Yeah, got a couple of people in there. Oh, that Miss Swanza. A couple of people were like, you know what? I'm glad we did both of them. I'm glad we did both of them too. I'm glad we did both of them too. You know why? First of all, we got it out the way, and I like the challenge. I like challenges. Not only that, got some more time to spend with you guys, and plus some more information from the health and wellness section. I found milk thistle supplements and added them to the cart. Somebody already went and got them. Mike Wormwood, big facts. This is why I love you guys, because y'all get in there and start kicking around other stuff. I didn't know nothing about this stuff until Money Tree put me onto it. Real talk, right? Tell him, Money Tree. Money Tree ain't no joke. He used to let the mic smoke. Now he slam it when he done and make sure it's broke. With them nom leaves he put us onto last week. Come on now, give Money Tree his props. Also, give Littlefoot's their props as well for a phenomenal header. Keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go, because we got something that you guys are gonna love, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the Love Boat. This is only for my people that love animals. Only for my people that love animals. Thank you so much, Liberty and Justice, for actually bringing us up to date, because I told you we needed some more brands and things to look into, to watch out for. But what I'm going to do is probably run a little play in a couple of days on the good toilet papers that we can actually use to give our people some good alternatives as well. And if anybody wants to do that, send it in. That's right, you guys. This is our bottom line. I keep telling you guys, ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just the host. I move videos and make people laugh. If it wasn't for you guys, they'll be knocking at my door with a white jacket talking about, yeah, come on, Mr. Bugatti, it's gonna be okay. So I need you guys. Y'all my cover. Ain't got nothing else but y'all. Y'all know how we do it around here. Let's keep on moving forward. I love this story because the mama dog was not giving up. And we sticking around for this story too. We're not leaving. It's gonna be a little long, but you know what? I'm letting these football players ride it out into the sunset. Because if it wasn't for them, the puppies and that mama dog would not be alive. And from what I'm thinking, I don't think those dogs had to go nowhere. I think they kept them. And when you see what I'm talking about, you guys are gonna understand where I'm going with this. Because they found a dog trapped in a flood and the water was so high, you can't even see the land anymore.
Football players rescue a mom and her puppies left behind in a flood.
Amazing. Let's go, baby girl. Come on, let's go. Come on, where's your babies?
I couldn't feel my feet anymore. The water was freezing, my legs were exhausted, and every step felt harder. But the moment I saw her standing alone on that balcony, waiting for someone to return, I forgot about the cold. All I could think about was getting her and her puppies somewhere safe.
Where's your babies, Mama? Wow, the house is covered in water. Where's your baby?
This is not a river. This is a flood, you guys. This is crazy.
Where's your babies, Mama?
My name is Brady, and that day, I joined a rescue mission I'll never forget. The community was being evacuated because of severe flooding, but somehow, this mother dog had been left behind. She was locked outside while her puppies were still trapped inside. When I heard about her, I knew we couldn't leave her there. I brought Shy with me on his first rescue mission, and together, we headed into the flooded neighborhood.
Some cool ass brothers right here. I don't care what nobody say. They cool as hell with me.
Mama, come here, Mama. Come on. Come inside. Come on, come inside.
Just so you know, she was trapped outside all night because she couldn't get inside. She stayed on the porch freezing cold because her babies was in that house. They found the owner, went back and got the key to bring her inside and save the babies, the puppies.
Come on, baby, it's okay. Come on, Mama, come.
When we got out of the truck, I realized how bad it really was. Water surrounded the houses, covering roads and driveways that were almost impossible to recognize. It was already up to our knees, and it was still snowing. The wind cut through my clothes, and my feet quickly went numb. Cars were partially underwater, and entire houses looked like they were sitting in the middle of a lake.
Come on, come, let's go. Come, Mama, come. Come on, baby. Come on, Mama.
Whatever we missed, I promise we'll do it tomorrow. I'll find it and we'll do it tomorrow if we did miss anything.
Come on, Mama, let's go. Come on, come on. Let's go, Mama. Come on. Good girl.
Every few steps, we had to figure out where the ground was safe. Sometimes it felt like gravel, then suddenly we'd sink into mud. My toes hurt so badly that I worried I wouldn't be able to walk back. Still, whenever I thought about the mother dog waiting for us, I kept moving. We followed the water toward the house, reminding each other to be careful. Then, finally, I saw her.
Babies. Look at your babies, Mama. We're gonna get you guys out of here, okay? We're gonna get you guys out of here.
There she was, standing alone on the balcony. Mama, it's okay. We're coming to get you. She looked frightened and confused, like she couldn't understand why the people she trusted had disappeared. I couldn't believe anyone could leave her outside in those conditions, especially knowing her puppies were inside. I slowly made my way through the mud toward her, talking softly so she'd know.
Again, if you have not subscribed, if you don't have a glove, if you're not a member, show some love and respect, you guys. We do this every single day. It's only $3.99 to become a member here. That's right, our bottom line.
We were there to help.
Okay, we got the pups. Here they are. Shy's gonna walk with the puppies.
She finally came toward me. Inside the house, we found her babies. They were scared, cold, and desperately waiting for their mother.
Beautiful.
The moment she saw them, everything changed. Look at your babies, Mama. We're getting you all out of here. We carefully gathered the puppies so we could carry them through the flood. Shy helped with the little ones while I carried their mother.
I'm gonna carry the mom.
The truck was still far away, and the journey back looked even harder. My arms were burning, my feet were completely numb, and every step through the freezing water felt like a battle. But I had the mother dog with me, and her puppies were safe. That was all that mattered.
See
We
that?
slowly made our way back, knowing how different their lives could have been if nobody had come.
Look at that face. Look at that face. How you gonna leave her?
Hold on, let me grab mine.
When we finally reached the truck, I couldn't believe we'd made it. My feet were frozen, my body was exhausted, and I felt like I might have had hypothermia. But the second I saw the mother and her puppies together, warm and safe, every bit of exhaustion disappeared. She was finally able to relax. Her babies were beside her. For the first time that day, they didn't have to be afraid.
Goodness. You got the pups? Sir. It's okay, Mama. No.
I watched the puppies huddle close to their mom, and I couldn't
That's right, y'all. Subscribe.
stop thinking about how close we came to never finding them. Sometimes rescuing an animal isn't easy. Sometimes it means walking through freezing water, getting covered in mud, and pushing your body beyond what feels comfortable. But when you look into the eyes of an animal who finally knows they're safe, you realize every step was worth it.
Go, man, we did it. Hey. You guys got the good life now. Let's go.
I don't think those pups is gonna make it to nobody else. They probably gonna keep them dogs, right, y'all?
That day reminded me that animals don't ask for much. They just want someone to care. They want warmth, food, safety, and someone who won't give up on them. These dogs deserved all of that. As I watched Mama settle down with her hungry puppies, I knew their lives were about to change. They had survived the storm, and now they finally had a chance at the good life they should have had all along.
Go, man, we did it. Hey. You guys got the good life now. Let's go.
I will never forget walking into that freezing floodwater. But more than that, I'll never forget walking back out with a mother and her babies safe in my arms. If this rescue touched your heart, stay with us and subscribe.
Okay, you guys, you know we gotta show them some love. They found a dog mom trapped in a flood. Her puppies were still inside. The name of the channel, you guys are ready, it's on TikTok. It's a TikTok channel. Brady, period, Oliveira. Let me spell it. Oliveira. Oliveira. Brady Oliveira. That's Brady, period. Oliveira. The Kind Shelter. That's the name of that's the video right there, The Kind Shelter. We have not subscribed yet. So this is what you're going to do under me. So just do exactly what I'm doing right here, right up under me. If you have not subscribed yet, you hit that subscribe button, right? And then you see it light up like that. And when the bell go, you hit the arrow down and you go all the way up, just in case you're not getting my notifications. So now when you go there, you see all notifications are lit up. So anytime Joey and these guys make another video, I'll be prompted and they'll let me know. Same thing that you guys got to do over here. I do appreciate and love the fact that you guys subscribe, but you gotta hit the all in order to know when we're on. It's very important because you might not get the notifications and you're gonna miss out, and we're gonna miss you over here, you guys. That's right. They found a dog mom trapped in a flood. Her puppies were still inside. And this comes from The Kind, K-I-N-D, like the Kind bar, shelter. The Kind Shelter, you guys. There we go. Our bottom line, we do this every single day. And if you guys want to see any one of those videos again, I don't know why. And I'm telling you again for not the last time, but I'm going to tell you again. Join the Our Bottom Line Discord. We don't go nowhere. We keep it going. Right after this, we jump into Discord. Today, we're going to play around with some favorite music. We got our favorite music in there where everybody puts up their favorite music video. We start talking about videos and stuff like that. We do throwbacks. We put up information about different locations where things are going on at. Any information about animal rescues and stuff. We have an entire community here, you guys, and it's growing. So why not keep it here, and we can actually take it another place and go to Discord, where we can always communicate with each other. I pick up my phone right now. I see a bunch of messages from the Discord. You know what I do? I answer them directly. You can call Bugatti on the Discord. On the other side of the Our Bottom Line, you press the call button. That's me. Tell them about it, you guys. I get right back to you. This is a family over here. We're trying to make it an entire network where we can actually learn from each other and help out on many different accords. Not just for one purpose, but to help each other out. We're not any party over here, no party over there, whatever like that. Only thing that we do is care about the human beings. No Republicans. No, we're not on no Democrat stuff, independent or conservative. We are the human family, not just a political family. And we got so much more going on with just that. Yes, you guys, trending topics, current events, and the health and wellness section. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, because guess what we got to do right now? You guys trying to get your business out there, trying to promote, come on and send us your promos, guys, because they got to be in a 1080 by 1080 size frame in order for us to put it up in the post notification area. But I'm going to tell you guys about something that we got going on. It's the Show Your Talent search. That's the talent search that we got going on in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and in Staten Island. I'm working on closing up some more distribution right now, so you guys be patient with me, because it's not easy doing this, but I appreciate you guys, and let's stay patient, because we're going to be doing these events in all 5 boroughs, and we're going to be paying every single person, all five boroughs, boom, $250. That's not the problem. Problem is the locations. Once we get all the locations together and we finalize on that, we're going to bring everybody together to compete against each other. After you win the $250, we're going to see if you can win $1,000. And whoever wins is going to be the one winner, and we're going to be doing this at various locations, liquor stores, restaurants, all throughout the tri-state area, you guys. We're going to be working on that this month and locking that in. We got a lot going on right now, so bear with your bro. Bear with me. That's right, the Show Your Talent search. We're going to have that going on. If you want to be a part of the talent search, all you got to do is go over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's right, you guys, 14% alcohol. That's right, you guys, 14% alcohol, 12 ounces, and it's one of the best drinks that I've ever tasted. Grape, raspberry, lemon. Go on over to the website, pick up yourself a 4-pack, and make sure when you go to the website, you put your email address in the first slot. This way we can keep you posted and updated on where we're going to be, because I'm there too. Not just Donna. I'll be pulling up too. I'm one of the hosts and one of the judges, and we have a really good time. As long as you're 21 years old or older, you'll be able to be a part of the Show Your Talent search. And that's it, you guys. And guess what? I hope you're going to stick around and keep on being with us, because next month, on the 10th of the month, is our 600th episode, and we're going to be celebrating. You think we went long today? Woo! We might go to 12 o'clock on September the 10th. I don't know. Never know what's going to happen around here with Our Bottom Line, the #1 show, live show on YouTube. You know how it is, you guys. Co-hosts, family members. I keep on telling you guys I can't do this without you, and hopefully you see that I can't. Littlefoots, thank you so much for the thumbnail this morning. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Liberty and Justice, for the information when it came down to the toilet paper. And yes, Money Tree. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't know what was going on when it came down to that information. What we talked about today with Dr. Eric Berg when it came down to the liver, and it came down to the internals and how to our lungs. Sorry about that, but it had liver in there as well. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Guess what? I'm about to be out of here. Got to get right back on some trending topics, current events, and a new health and wellness section right for tomorrow. So you guys know what we're going to do, right? We're going to sign off right now, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning. How I always say it, you could have went anywhere. Y'all could have went anywhere. I'm sorry. But the fact of the matter that y'all came in to chill with me on Hump Day, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, 6 o'clock in the morning, I will see you guys bright and early. Get 'em! Peace. Join the Discord, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.